We're live. We're
Wonderful.
live. We're officially live.
Breathe life, breathe air.
Shut up.
Somehow.
Wait.
I'm
Don't do that into the mic.
not.
Hang on. I'm trying to like see if we're actually live because I can't get the channel up. I mean, we are live, but Twitch is fucking stupid. Here we go.
It's all for real.
It's all for real. I'm telling you just how everything goes. That's how it goes. Wake up. Stop. Put your drink down because you're going to spit it out. You just... We haven't even started yet, technically. I mean, we're live. We have to start.
Yeah.
Put your drink down. Because I'm going to laugh and you're going to spit it all over the place. Welcome.
Welcome to the third Showhippies podcast.
The third episode. It's kind of out of nowhere tonight. I didn't say what day it would be this week because it was kind of out of nowhere, but we're here.
Yeah.
We have some topics to go over, but is there anything you wanna bring up first, David? Not necessarily a topic, but just anything in general that you.
How have you been doing?
I was good until you came over.
Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm doing fine.
That's good. That's good. Getting them fat stacks at your drug dealing job.
Yeah. My cocaine exhibition.
Yeah, man. You gotta hook me up with my next batch.
Shut up. What have you been up to, David, specifically?
What have I been up to?
Our levels good. I think our levels are good.
I've been. No, I've been trying. I'm now trying to find a new job. You know that.
You're not?
No, I'm now trying to find a new job. You know that.
Uh-huh.
So things are going kind of good at that. I mean,
crank us up just a tad bit. Continue.
I moved around my room.
Cool.
My desk collapsed while I was doing it. And I told you about this.
You did.
And I mean, it collapsed. I mean, like, so it's an IKEA desk.
Uh-huh.
And it was a really damn good desk. The issue was...
That's what I think when I go to IKEA. This is going to be a good desk.
No, I don't know. To be fair, it was actually a good desk. Like the drawers worked fine. It was perfectly good.
Everything I bought from IKEA feels really cheap, but it lasts pretty long, actually, in reality.
But the pressure on because it had one like metal kind of like bar thing on the side. That's as like a support thing.
Yeah.
And that thing kind of kneeled a little bit, and it kind of gave out a little. So then once that gave out, and I still kept trying to move it, kept trying to pick up and move it because I'm kind of a fat boy. I'm not that strong.
Yeah.
It just kind of gave out, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not even gonna try to move it the right way. So I just put everything off to the side. I had to rotate my bed so I could get to the side of my room, kind of like how you have yours.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Did you find any rats in there?
No, I did not.
Hey, did I ever tell the story about the rat at my job? I told you this, but did I ever say it on the podcast?
You never said this on a podcast, no.
There was a rat, basically. This is a really boring story. I saw a rat at the corner of my eye and at my job, and I was like, oh, shit, there's a rat back there. And then I told everybody, my coworkers, like, yo, there's a rat, be careful. Because I didn't know if it was a raccoon or a rat because it looked fucking massive. And for a while, nobody believed me until one of the other guys saw it. And then I told, some of the managers, they were like, there's no rat back there. Like, you're full of shit. There's no rat. We would know if there's a rat. We'd see droppings or whatever. And then one of the guys went back there. He moved like a thing of like rice or something. I don't remember what it was. But a rat fucking ran out from behind it. And he was like, oh shit, there's a rat there or whatever. And I was like, I fucking told you, there's a rat.
And what was that, one of the guys, one of the managers?
Yeah. And now they know there's a fucking rat back there.
Did they say anything to you? Been like, oh,
no, they didn't. They didn't. They weren't like, because my thing was like, okay, I'm not a baby boy, okay, but if I get bit by something, I didn't know it was a rat at the time because it looked fucking massive. We don't get like massive big rats here. No, we don't get that big rats here, or not, at least not that big. Not like New York rats or whatever. Not fucking, what's his name, Master Splinter? What's his name?
Yeah, Splinter.
Splinter. was like Splinter, Shredder. Which one's the rat?
Shredder is the guy with
With
the
the
claws.
Yeah, I am aware.
You know the thing that shreds. The guy's name who's Shredder.
Yeah, the guy with the bear claws.
I don't know why Splinter is Splinter. I think it's because he has like a wooden cane,
Stick.
wooden
So he
stick.
sticks in people and kills.
Yeah, sticks up his ass.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway,
Sorry
so,
for the late start. David had to adjust his microphone, and that was a whole epilogue.
Look, man,
Yeah.
I want to make sure I can sit comfortably. So my neck doesn't get fucked.
Your neck, your
Because
back.
last stream, my neck was feeling kind of stiff from,
My neck feeling kind
know.
of sus, man.
man, like,
My neck feeling kind of sus.
but shit, only little situation I had of a rat was like, I was letting the dogs out, right?
Uh-huh.
And I turned on the light, and there's this bird feeder thing out there, right?
Yeah.
There's a fucking rat that's hanging on it, and the moment I turned on the light, it just fucking started running. It yoinked itself off and it started running. And it was a big motherfucker, dude. It was like,
How'd he get up the bird feeder? Is it
He
on like a
jumped.
small pole?
yeah, it's like a hole. It's like hanging.
How high up is it?
About maybe like up to my head, my face.
No.
Yeah.
He jumped that high?
It was a fucking rat.
He probably
dude.
jumped from something though.
It was the rat. The rat was easily like this big.
Rats can't jump that high.
But that big rat. It's a big boy.
This is a big boy. Big
Rats
fat
can
rat.
jump pretty high. Animals can jump pretty high, man.
Yeah, but not to your head. He probably jumped from something.
Dude, it jumped onto the white fence post and started running.
Yeah.
It jumped from there, and then from the ground.
How close was it
jumped
to the fence?
post. No, it jumped from ground level to a fence post.
The rats don't jump that high.
I'm not lying to you.
Rats don't jump that high. There's no way.
Have you seen a rat jump?
No, but I just refuse to believe they can jump that high.
Why?
Because rats aren't fucking like squirrels. They don't have like the aerial mobility. They're fat as fuck. Usually.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. They're critters. They have to get away from predators fast. So of course they're gonna be good at jumping.
They
and
don't
running.
have supersonic like jumping height.
Yeah, they're not fucking crazy. I mean, they can jump pretty fucking high.
From your ground to the fence.
They can also climb.
No, I don't believe that. Well, they can climb, yeah, but they can't jump. Why would they need to climb if they can jump that high?
Because not all you can't. I don't know how to
Checkmate.
explain that.
Got his ass.
You didn't get anything, all right?
Got his ass. Enough about rats.
Yeah, enough
David.
about rats. So
You wanna get
enough
into
about
topics?
your face.
I'm gonna let you pick a topic today.
Let's go down the list. What are some of your?
Down the list? We
Yeah.
never go down the list.
We did the first one.
Okay.
What are some weird food combinations?
Speaking of
you like?
rats, I'm speaking to one right now. Okay, this motherfucker will eat some weird ass shit. Okay.
I mean, I asked you, but okay.
What are my weird food combinations? I think it's more interesting to get into yours first because you are a fucking creep.
What the fuck do you mean?
I'm just
You
kidding.
you dipped sausage biscuits in ice cream.
I think most people could see how that could be okay. You eat peanut butter and bologna sandwiches.
I don't eat it all the time, man. It is something I did like.
Okay, do you crave it? Is it like a craving you get randomly?
Do you crave to dip a sausage in ice cream?
No, but here's the thing. I had ice cream in my freezer. I was making sausage like biscuits. They're like little mini sausage biscuits. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. They're really small ones. So I had ice cream and I had sausage biscuits and I was like, you know what? I want some ice cream and some sausage biscuits. Why don't I just try mixing them? And I did and it tasted pretty good. It was all right.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a fucking weird kind of combination.
It's weird, but when you do it,
All right, yeah. I can say the same thing with the fucking peanut butter and bologna thing.
but
That
peanut butter and
sounds
bologna. Okay, ice cream and sausage, like I can see like
Why?
because they feels like they go better together. Bologna and peanut butter, I can't even imagine.
What about ice cream and sausage screams
The
this is good
savoriness of the
together?
sausage mixed with the sweetness of the ice cream. It's like a contrasting taste or flavors, but they're good together.
Okay, so the reason I did that, I decided to see how it fucking tasted first, right? I was just fucking curious to see if this would work or not.
Is this something most people do, or is this something you just were like, I'm gonna try this one
I just
day?
like fuck it, I'm gonna try it. I just went, I was just bored, and I was like,
Yeah,
fuck it, I
you're
wanna
a freak
try
of
it.
nature.
And so I tried it, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, the flavors, like when I say the flavors don't mix, I don't mean like it tastes bad when they don't mix, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm saying it like you it's kind of like those candies, or sometimes you'll taste one flavor, then taste a different one.
What's the point of having them mix then? If it doesn't create like a combination of the flavors. Just eat a bologna
I guess
sandwich and then eat a peanut butter sandwich.
Well, then why would I waste more bread when I can just have like a joint sandwich like that? That conserves on bread. You think money grows on trees?
So you're saying you have like a how do you say it?
I have something. I have a food thing worse
You
than
have a
that.
frugal point of view.
I have a worse thing than that.
What? What's your most rancid food
No,
combination?
not my most rancid. I don't know my most rancid it'd be. I know there's one that most people turn their heads on.
What?
It's very simple. Ketchup and bread.
Ketchup and bread?
Yeah, it's like this
I understand that way more than
a
bologna and
ketchup
peanut butter.
sandwich.
You're disgusting, but a ketchup sandwich?
Just this ketchup on 2 slices of bread.
That's
You put the bread together and boom, you just eat it. Maybe toast it a little
What's
bit.
the best tasting food you've ever eaten?
The best tasting food?
I have to know
ever
now
eaten.
that I know what kind of lows you have stooped to.
The best tasting food. Like, are we talking like was it like a basic food
Just
or anything?
no, the best tasting dish, food, whatever you've ever had.
The best tasting
Yes.
dish I ever had.
That you can remember.
That I can remember.
Yes.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
I have a feeling you're gonna be like, man. One time I made these peanut butter jelly sandwiches and they slapped super fucking hard.
No. When it comes to my higher stuff, I'm a bit more. What's the word? I'm a bit more.
So you got
I'm
the
a bit
highest
more-
of the highs and the lowest of the lows, is what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of.
Ketchup sandwiches.
Let's see.
Oh, man's down bad.
Let's see. One time. You see. One thing that kind of runs my family, right? Is making pasta, right? Like specifically like spaghetti or penne.
You love pasta?
My mom knows how to make it. She makes a banging pasta. My dad, when he was alive and we did stuff together back when we lived in the house down there, he also made pasta. I distinctively remember before the time I came over there, first time, the last day I was there, I had these giant penne noodles that my dad made.
Were they stuffed?
They weren't. They weren't. So it was just kind of just like those big penne tubes, those tiny penne tubes.
Yeah.
This is like a bigger one.
It's the best food you've ever eaten.
That's not the best way to read.
With
No,
big penne noodles.
This is part of the story.
Okay.
This is part of the story. And ever since then, I kind of like I've been taught how to do that. So kind of like refine it a little bit.
Yeah.
So one time, I think it was a Thanksgiving when I was just there by myself. What I did was we had some like leftover New York strip.
Yeah.
I thawed out the strip, kind of cut it, and then kind of made like a nice kind of ground beef out of the strip.
Yes.
So that way it had kind of like a steak kind of taste to it. I caramelized some onions. I had some fresh garlic, so I was able to make like essentially like a fresh kind of pasta meal, and just the flavor was just spot on.
That's the best thing you've ever had?
That's like up there.
Or is that the best thing you've ever made?
I'd say pasta's the best thing I ever made next to chili.
Man invented pasta.
Man, I didn't invent pasta. I perfected it.
Bold fucking claims, my friend.
Hey, Gordon Ramsay, come down to my place. I'll teach you how to make some pasta.
From someone who eats ramen raw. Uncooked.
I don't
dry
always
ramen.
I don't always eat ramen.
I don't
raw.
always eat ramen raw, but when I do, it's Maruchan.
I eat it. It's like I've done it like maybe like 5 times my entire life.
Man came over to my house, was like, man, I made some doo-doo balls earlier. Please explain what doo-doo balls are, David.
Okay,
for those uninitiated.
So doodle balls origin from like a kind of like a prison recipe.
Yeah.
Where essentially what you do is there's two ways to make it. There's a fast way to make it, or just one like just there, and there's like a more refined version. Essentially, what you do is you ground up some ramen, so like some ramen noodles.
Okay.
You get like some oats, like oatmeal, preferably one that has like some brown sugar in it.
Wait, I thought this recipe involved peanut butter.
Yeah, it did, and then you also have peanut butter, and then you put it into like a Tupperware container, right?
Okay.
After you have all that in there, you kind of like just do this kind of motion. You kind of like make like a stirring kind of like
Until they make balls.
thrusting motion until they make balls, and it's actually a very sweet kind of thing. Like this is my first time today ever trying it, because I always kind of wanted to try it. There's a whole bunch of like recipes, prison recipes like that's like that I want to try. Like there's a creative one where they make a prison burrito from ramen.
What's the like what pulls you to wanting to make prison recipes?
Because when people are down, when people like that are down on their luck, and some people in there are just trying to like wait out their time for whatever situation they're in, the fact that people like that come together and they use what bare fucking little they have to make creative things.
So you like
I
the
like
creativity of it.
It's very creative, yeah.
I don't think you'd catch me dead eating doo-doo balls of any variety.
I can make you some right now.
Shut up. You fucking gross.
But no, I wouldn't say that as the absolute best thing I ever ate. I think
But you just said it was.
it was the best thing I ever made. You asked me for the best thing I ever made.
Yeah, what's the best thing you ever eaten from anyone?
The best.
Not just from what you made, but from any.
I know. I'm trying to
anything.
use these as like a grounds to kind of like gauge what that would be. This is a very like kind of. This is a challenging question. You know what? I think I know.
What?
So there is for a restaurant near here.
Called? Just kidding.
Segura.
Okay.
It's an all-you-can-eat kind of place, right? You sit down and basically they give you your food. They bring out the food so you can get as much as you want, right?
Yeah.
They have beef fried rice there, and they have beef short ribs, which the way they make it, especially with like the sauce they give, is just it hits really good. Like
It's different.
and that doesn't hit. It just hits really really good, and it just tastes really nice.
That's the best.
They make it fresh. It tastes good. And then you can tell they appreciate it because I fuck man, they know me, and whenever I go
yeah,
there
they
now,
know me at support.
they know to get me beef fried rice, to where they don't even take my order. They're just like, all right, we'll bring you some beef fried rice, and they bring me out like 2 fucking plates of it because they know that's the big thing I eat. And the funny thing is, it's not even mostly that; it's a sushi place.
I think we're both very uncultured when it comes to food stuff. Personally. We've because we only eat in places in our area. We've never been like you know what I mean? I mean I've been to Boston. I had some different food there, I guess. But we're pretty limited in our palate, I would say. So saying like
yeah,
that I mean I guess that would maybe just make sense if that was the best thing you've ever eaten then, but I don't know. I feel like there's so much out there you could try and you could make still. Import ingredients, you know, you can do all that shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's once I can get a good cash flow going.
What's interesting to me is you really like cooking, and you like cooking like gourmet crazy stuff.
I like cooking.
But then you also like ketchup sandwiches and peanut butter and bologna.
Dude, Gordon Ramsay likes KFC.
Yeah, that's not fucking peanut butter and bologna.
Like it's fast food. It's still like a comparable comparison.
I fucking love McDonald's. I love McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean McDonald's is great.
But McDonald's isn't what makes me want to eat fucking sausages and ice cream. You know what I mean? Have you ever had cheese in ramen? Have you ever put like shredded cheese on your ramen?
I tried it once.
Do you like it?
It was okay.
Is it okay? It's pretty good.
Today when I had ramen, the reason why I made doo-doo balls, right, is because I was making myself some ramen earlier before my mom ordered some pizza.
Okay.
I put queso cheese sauce.
Oh my fucking god! That texture does not mix with ramen.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
How well did you mix it together?
Very well. It's where it kind of incorporated with like the broth. I didn't put a lot of queso in there. I put it just enough to
Oh!
where no, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
No, that this just sounds
Because
nasty.
because queso, I used queso to flavor like cheese potato soup once, and it actually gave some pretty good stuff. By queso sauce, I mean like
The stuff
like
in a
like like
jar.
like the yellow kind of stuff in the jar.
Yeah, that's nasty.
It,
On ramen, that's
I
disgusting.
didn't put it wasn't like directly
Shredded
on the
cheese is like you
ramen.
can melt it. It's kind of like solid or whatever. That I feel like the texture goes better, but
The thing
queso's like slimy fucking
the
cheesy cheese.
yeah the thing is though is that I didn't put enough in there to where it would be like just queso like a saucy
You said
kind
you
of thing.
mixed it really well.
But by mixing it very well, man, I put like maybe like one scoop in there, so that way I just
Ugh.
by one scoop I mean like one spoon like that. There's one like a tiny thing,
That just sounds.
and I had like a
Wow.
very big kind of bowl.
Very big bowl.
What,
Big
what,
bowl.
what kind of weird
Big
shit?
bowl queso ramen.
What other weird shit have you eaten?
I think the stuff I eat is pretty tame. I do weird mixing stuff sometimes, but it's usually like on a whim. I'll be like, "Man, this looks. I bet this will taste really good." Like I've had granola bars. I've like taken a small spoon of peanut butter and dipped my granola bar in the peanut butter. But I feel like that's like not that weird.
Oh, I have to stop something. This will offend a lot of people.
Oh, you know what I love?
What?
I love dipping graham crackers in milk. That's delicious. It's not a weird combination. I feel like that's pretty normal. Um,
I've won that a lot.
what?
That's
It's
worse.
probably disgusting.
It's worse than it's worse. The thing is, I like it, and it's something I will do all the time when I go to this particular place, and I feel no shame in it.
What?
So Waffle House, right? Waffle House waffles.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You don't know what Waffle House is?
I know what a Waffle House is. You
The
fucking.
waffles from Waffle House.
You did not say Waffle House. You said Wavwas.
Oh, all right.
You said some weird shit. You did not say Waffle House.
The Waffle House waffles.
Yes.
I will dip them in Heinz 57.
You're just.
Here's the thing. I'm not even mad.
Come
No,
on.
it tastes good.
You like savory
tastes
stuff,
good.
right? I'm back in the Showhippies podcast. Hello, welcome back.
It tastes good.
It
I
doesn't-
don't even feel bad about it.
You know why would you? It's not like you're killing children, okay? It's you're dipping fucking
Waffles and Heinz 57.
yeah, but that's still disgusting. You don't have to feel bad for it. It's kind of nasty though, you know.
it does not taste nasty.
Do people look at
all.
you when you do that? Do they look at you funny?
No, the waiter questions why I want it because I don't order steak. But you know what? I don't. We are talking about weird food.
Wait, you don't just get the
combinations.
Heinz 57 sauce like at the table? You have to order it?
Yeah,
That's even worse.
you have to ask for it. Yeah,
That's even worse. Cuz you have to go out of your way to get it.
yeah. I don't really care because I tried when I was younger and I was like, holy, because at Waffle House particularly, right?
Yeah.
Other places like IHOP they don't do this, but Waffle House has it theirs most of the time, right? So all I gotta do is just get it and just pour it and right, like pour off the side and just dip. And you know what? It does taste good. The kind of like richness of the sauce in Heinz 7 mixes very well with the kind of like bready texture of the waffles. Like I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. You're just
it's
on another level.
it's something you'd have to try in order to understand.
I don't think I'll ever understand it because when I have ideas in my head and I'm like I want to combine stuff, I think it's stuff that I'm like this will taste. Have you ever just eaten Cool Whip, like on a plate with a spoon? Have you ever done?
No, I never ate Cool Whip.
We're reaching into the deepest, darkest reaches now. We're reaching into the cursed meals now.
Hmm.
Fuck.
What is something like that I've done? That's a good one.
That's the widest thing ever. We had to write about a weird food combo in writing. It was called Wacky Menu. We did a menu full of strange foods. David could probably do that whole assignment right now on his hand.
Yeah, probably.
Just write it all down.
Well, what something like that. When I was younger, I used to just like straight up eat ketchup from the bottle.
Oh, you are fucking.
Like it got to the point when I was like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
My mom and dad like ordered a custom like
I'm just-
ketchup bottle
Yeah.
with my name on it,
What the fuck?
and it was like a tiny little bottle.
I'm just
And
imagining.
I just
I'm just imagining a tiny David just squirting ketchup into his salad from a bottle.
that's practically I would put on a plate and eat it with a spoon.
That's disgusting. Oh.
What-
I can even understand eating peanut butter out of the jar somewhat. I think that's a little too much, but oh my god. Ketchup straight from the source, delicious. Ugh. I really
Hey.
like. You know what I really like?
What?
You ever had really small, like tiny cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, and a little
They're
bit
really good. They're like tiny little sweet tomatoes. Those I could eat for days. Eating ketchup. Ketchup's like got a lot of like sodium and shit in it as well. You don't like get. You don't like feel really sick after you do that. Do you still do it? Don't tell
No,
me you
I
still-
don't.
Okay.
The thing is, my taste buds have gotten to the point where like something like that will like, it won't taste bad, but it will like have a really strong kind of flavor. That's when you see like those faces, right?
Uh huh.
It's just like the flavor hitting my taste buds at once, and
It's
fucking,
different,
it
man.
overwhelms me.
Do you?
Not
do you?
not really in a good way. It just catches me off guard.
do you? Have you ever gone without drinking soda for a while, and you drink a soda, and you're like, "Holy shit!" It's the weirdest feeling in the world.
I have not.
There was a time where I just didn't drink soda like ever, and then I went on like kind of like we have a vending machine in the back of my work, and it's like the only thing we can get after hours, basically. So when you're really thirsty and there's no like water or whatever that you can just get in the fridge, you go and you grab yourself a soda. It's been a while since I had a soda, and I drank it, and the carbonation, if you haven't had it in a while, it just hits you like a fucking truck, man. It like blows you back.
Like they released a new kind of soda, has a different kind of like it's something different than carbonation.
What like what?
It's
Is it similar to carbonation?
Yeah,
or does it
some,
taste
some
similar?
kind of nitrogen kind of base thing they use. In
Is
like
it healthier?
I don't know if it's healthier.
What's the point?
I don't know. I'm just talking about it. I haven't even tried it. Why are you unloading on me all these questions?
Well, I'm just saying, what's the point if it's not healthier? Because that would probably be the alternative or the reason for doing.
It's probably cheaper
than carbonation. Can't you buy like carbonators or whatever they're called yourself?
Yeah,
not
but
that
I
expensive,
think like I don't know enough about that topic to really get dove into that. I just thought I'd bring them have a new type of soda that uses a different thing in carbonation.
Okay. With nitrogen?
No, something nitrogen. I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is it has nitrogen.
Well, how do they normally carbonate things? What chemical goes into that?
Carbon. I mean, what do you?
Oh.
Carbonating. Carbon.
Yeah, I knew that was just testing if you knew it. Next topic.
No. Oh, I'm not done on this.
No, next topic.
I'm not done on this.
What's a passion that you...
I was talking about food stuff still.
I don't want to talk about food stuff anymore.
Why? Because you were wrong?
No, I just didn't know. I was testing your knowledge on
Right.
chemicals, and I
Right.
realized that
What's Ag in the periodic table?
AG?
Yeah.
Gold? Is it actually?
Yeah, I got
Oh, I thought it was AU. That's Australia. All right, next topic. Passion. What's a passion that you discovered? Oh, fuck this one. We'll skip this and come back to it.
What the fuck you mean? That's a good one.
We're coming back to it later. Well, let's do another one first. Let's talk about ghosts.
You're skipping to that one. The
Yeah,
one.
and then we'll go back to the others. We never do these in
All right,
order. The fuck. AG is silver? Is AG actually silver? Is AG actually silver? Get your phone out right now. I need to know if you were wrong. You shat on me so hard for not knowing carbon. Carbon is carbonation.
I mix up.
AU is gold, right?
I mix up gold and silver all the time.
No, AU is definitely gold. Wait, what? 47 AG. It's AG. It's not.
Okay.
AG isn't gold. What is AG?
All right, then what's gold again?
Gold is AU. I'm pretty
the,
sure.
The moment you said 47, I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Hang
What's
on.
gold again?
I'm googling this right now.
I'm asking the viewer.
Periodic table. Why did I just see sands for a second? Am I cursed? Where's AU? It doesn't even tell you.
Yeah, it does. You have to read it.
Yeah, that's too much work. Where's AU?
I'm not telling you. Read it.
Don't do this to me.
Read it. Use your eyes. It is. Go.
Do you
Stop.
see it? Where?
Stop.
Where?
Stop in the mouse.
I'm not moving it. AG silver.
There.
Get fucked.
What's AU?
AU gold. I was
Okay.
right. I was right.
All right. I will be the better man. I get those mixed up quite a lot, so I'm sorry. That was my bad.
Wait, I was wrong. Because you said, what is AG? You formed the question. You were like, what is AG? And I was like, gold? You're like, yeah. We were both wrong.
Yeah. So, ghost. So,
let's talk about ghosts.
so tell me about a paranormal experience you had when you were younger.
No, well, first, do you believe in ghosts?
Personally, I do not.
I don't either. I think ghosts are a little horse hockey.
I think it's interesting. I think a lot of that shit's very, very interesting.
What's the point of trying to discover if ghosts are real or not if you don't believe in them? Do you think Zac Efron, the guy who runs the ghost show, what's his name?
What's the point of trying to discover if ghosts are real?
Who runs Ghost Adventures?
I don't know his name.
Zac something. Zac Efron? Why is his name? That's not Zac Efron, right? He's a singer.
No.
Zach, whatever. Do you think he knows that his show is absolute horseshit?
I think he genuinely believes the ghosts are real.
I don't think so. I think he's doing it all for views. I don't believe in it 1 second. How can he go through the processes of being like, oh, I'm possessed, something. I felt a cold chill down my spine, and now I'm acting like I wasn't acting before. How can he go through that and still? He knows it's not real.
So there's people who genuinely have that happen.
No, I think that's actual bullshit. Personally,
you think people just fake it?
Yes. Yes.
You don't think it comes from like a misunderstanding of how the world works?
Ghosts? Someone like Zach, no, he absolutely fakes it. I 100% believe that. He has a show. He has incentive to fake it. Have a nice
that in itself is fair.
Have a nice podcast. All right, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it.
Me personally, I don't believe it. I still think that genre and concept is interesting as hell.
I don't blame people who actually believe that ghosts might be real. I blame people like who have shows and shit that I think clearly fake it. Because how do you have a false understanding of the world in a way that makes you feel like you're possessed by a ghost? I feel like you would know. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, people misunderstand things all the time. I mean, fuck.
But have you seen the way he acts, like in some of the things? I'm not just calling him out, by the way. There's a lot of shows that do this.
People sacrifice other human beings to the sun because they thought the sun was a god that would never come back.
Yeah, but that's different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The sun is something you can see.
No, it's the same kind of misunderstanding.
David, when you yourself are the thing, like I'm trying to phrase this in a way that you can understand.
Right,
because when you are the person like putting that content out there and putting that like
millions.
How do you say it?
Millions?
No, shut up. Listen to me. You gotta let me talk. Hang on. I have to explain this. Listen, what I'm trying to say is when you are him and you're the one putting that in front of the camera, saying that you are the one possessed. How do you mix that up with something that can be taken from real life? And what substitutes that? What would be the real life thing that you would get confused with that? Nothing. You yourself would know if you're, or maybe you wouldn't know, but you yourself would you wouldn't act like that otherwise, unless you wanted people to think you were possessed.
Here's my thing. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that Ghost Adventures is a sham. All right, I'm not defending Ghost Adventures as a
No, I don't
show.
think you are.
I'm not. But I'm just saying when there is millions of people who literally believe in an abstract being you cannot see, and that if you do not believe in this being, you'll be tormented for the rest of eternity. I mean, you can't see these things. You can't measure these things. That is I mean, like, why do people believe that? people try to find answers to things around them in the unknown. And people like superstition. A lot of people like superstition.
Sure.
They'll jump to that because it helps fill the gaps in their brain that they don't have the information for yet. And let's say if we were walking in a fucking like abandoned place, and let's say we didn't know a lot of things we know, right?
Okay.
If we didn't have the knowledge, now hindsight is 2020. If we don't have the knowledge of how the world works, or things around us, and something completely unknown out of our understanding and comprehension happens, that's
What
gonna
happens
fuck
that
with
is
us.
so unknown and out of your comprehension? You hear a noise that's unknown and out of your comprehension?
I think it also has to do with like how people are raised, especially with like the whole demon shit, right?
Yeah.
When you believe that demons are when you're raised to believe the demons are real, and all this stuff happens, like that shit, like it compounds, you know what I mean? It alters the way you perceive the world, and it can make you misconstrue things.
I don't blame
about
people who believe in it. I blame
don't
the people
blame
that try and
people either.
spread the shit as like, oh, this is obviously real. Look, I was possessed. Does this bother you?
I mean, to a degree, also starts affecting other people. I mean, me personally, I don't care what the fuck you. I don't. You could believe in the most weirdest shit just as long as it's not affecting another living thing.
Yeah, but them putting that out there is affecting them. It's like reinforcing their belief in something that might not be rational.
True, but I mean, what greater implications to the rest of society does that really have?
Scams? You don't think you can run like I can talk to your dead father from days past. Just give me $500 and I'll tell you how he's feeling right now.
That's a fair point to bring up.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty fucked up. You know what I mean? Extorting people for it, making shows. I mean, I don't care if you want to make shows or whatever, and people know it's bullshit and it's just entertainment. Then fine. Who really cares? But I don't know, man. It just feels kind of. I can't watch that shit and take it seriously like ever anymore. I just can't do it. I can't do it. The whole possession thing is the thing that throws me off the most. If you hear noises and you're like, that might be a ghost, let's investigate. That's one thing. If you're like acting like you're possessed on a camera, it just feels so scummy to me.
You either have like mental issues.
It's like, come on. It's like, fuck off. Every time I see that, I'm like, fuck off. Fuck right off, man. Ugh.
What about the schizophrenic people?
They just need help.
I mean, what?
It's just unfortunate.
I mean, here's the thing. What if demonic possession is rooted into things kind of like that? Remember, people have like
only schizophrenic people can
not
see.
schizophrenic. I mean, like I'm using that as a example. There's other things similar to schizophrenia that have what people call demonic possession. You can kind of draw some parallels to how they act sometimes.
Schizophrenia?
Like when you're having like a fucking like episode and kind of shit, you know. When you fucking hallucinate, you see shit, you hear voices.
If you're schizophrenic and you have an episode like that, I don't think those people immediately assume they're possessed, right? I don't know. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't know.
I mean, if they're not diagnosed. I mean,
that they would think they were
I'm not saying they would think that they themselves are possessed. I'm saying that other people who do not know better could draw that conclusion based on their.
I would just think that person's crazy. I think most people probably would too. They'd probably back away.
Well, I mean, possession is kind of just akin to crazy. I mean, if you genuinely think you're possessed, I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. You just made my point for
me.
You
kind of are crazy.
Yes. Most people, unless you see or hear something that like you genuinely can't explain, most people, if they see that happening in front of them, like a schizophrenic person going nuts, they're not going to be like, that person's possessed, unless you seriously are like jumping to like massive conclusions.
On this topic, do you know there is actually like a reward in the scientific community if you can prove that the supernatural does exist? There's actually like a monetary reward for it.
Yeah, nobody's been able to do that. Surprise, surprise.
It's extremely hard. In fact, fun fact.
It's hard.
We were able to the same phenomenon that leads people thinking they're a ghost, right?
Uh-huh.
Scientists were able to replicate it in a lab experiment. they're able to replicate the same kind of like conditions that leads most people thinking they're a ghost.
You ever had sleep
It
paralysis?
was repeated like multiple times. That's one thing. Hold on, I have stories of that. Um, it's also like it's kind of like the Bloody Mary thing, right? Like when your eyes can't really detect a good like a face, right?
Yeah.
Your brain tries to fill in the gaps based on what information it can see and can't see.
What would it take you seeing to believe that ghosts were like 100% real?
What
do
would
you
it
think?
take me? I don't know. I don't know.
At what point would you be like, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not just seeing things. This is actually a fucking ghost. Because for me, that's like I feel like the caveat. Because for me, I feel like it would be really hard.
Here's the thing though, like it'd be very the standard for me thinking okay this is something like supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
It's very very low because there's a fuck ton more things it could be.
Right, but
like
that's because you're,
I
you're the type
I
of
would go
person
to aliens before I went to ghosts.
Aliens.
I got that's kind of like how it is on the list.
Yeah, but what is like the thing that would be like okay, no, this is this is like paranormal shit going on right fucking now. Cause wait.
I genuinely don't know.
Also, if paranormal becomes just normal and everybody knows that ghosts are real, is it still paranormal?
That's just wordplay.
Yeah, but
that's just wordplay.
Look, my point is,
I don't know what it would take. Just because. I go ahead.
My point is, if we're the type of people who just explain everything away by like rational stuff or like things that we're like, oh, it could be this. What if we're the crazy ones? What if what other people are seeing are really ghosts and it's not just their brains and we're explaining it away as their brains? What if we're the ones that are crazy?
Well, then the world. Then the world is the world is far more fucked than they get to it.
You smacked my arm.
I did. The world is far more fucking crazy than what they get to it. Then.
Remember when we wanted to go ghost hunting when we were younger?
Yeah.
Good times.
I mean,
good times.
I'd be interested in exploring stuff like that.
I think it'd be fun, but
is that one like? Here's the thing. Well, I don't believe ghosts are real. If someone can provide actual evidence and can present a good argument why they could be real, if they can convince me, they convince me. But it has to be like a good. Like it can't be based in like fucking superstitional jargon.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is you just said it's really difficult to convince you. So how?
Cause here's the thing. There's like a coin for like a certain level of technology, right?
Yeah.
That there's a point when like technology gets so advanced it becomes indistinguishable from magic itself, right? So how do I know that what kind of quote unquote ghost I'm seeing isn't like this Clark tech? That's what it's called. Well, how do I know it's not that? How do I know it's not? I know it's something akin to that. How do I know it's not like another dimensional being? Just kind of just like there. Why would it be a spirit of a dead person? I can't. Also,
I feel like there's so much shit that we just don't know as like people, as normal people, let alone like scientists or whatever.
I hear
like your ground in your house has to like settle and shit, and it does that over the course of years and years and years. So you hear like if you have like floorboards or something, then you probably know like hardwood floors. You probably have experienced this before, where you're walking around late at night or you're sitting in your living room or something, and you just hear your fucking floor like creak, and you're just like, what the fuck was that? Like. Is somebody down in my hallway? What the fuck was that? Like it's like no, it's like your house is probably settling. It does that. It's perfectly normal and perfectly natural. But in the moment, you don't think about those things, right? Most people, I feel like probably don't.
When people are very very stressed and in very very traumatizing stressful situations.
Yeah, in those situations, I get it.
Their brain breaks.
Yeah, I don't blame people like that.
I don't blame people. I don't blame people who have. I don't blame ignorant people who don't know things. When I say ignorant, I don't mean stupid. To people like that, I'm not calling you stupid.
Oh shit! Throwing shade.
I'm not throwing shade.
Here it comes.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm gonna make that clear. It's just, people have. It's very easy.
I think
it's very easy.
We're
to
just
give
that
people
much smarter, you know. I think we just have the brain capacity to in the moment be like, no, that's my house settling, you know.
I want to say I don't take that hard of a stance.
I'm just kidding. No, not even I'm like that.
I
Sometimes I
just-
see shit out my window and I'm like,
I
what the
don't
fuck
blame
was
people
that?
for lack of knowledge. It's very easy to lead someone into misinformation. It's
Yeah.
very easy to deceive someone. You've done it with me before. I've done it with you before. It's very easy to fuck with people who don't understand things.
Yeah.
And
I had a friend from Hanganda it was super easy to trick. God damn it.
I can't give you that.
I didn't know if you heard of that one before. It's so hard to tell because you know of every single one now.
I have to stay on top of these things so you don't get me nowadays.
You'll have it eventually.
The funny part is I actually don't know what that one is.
You didn't know what Hanganda was?
I just knew you were going and you're trying to get me with something.
How'd you know? Because I smiled?
No, because of how you said it.
Oh.
Come on, hang on to that. That's not a place.
Yeah, but it could be. I don't know. You don't know.
You're talking to someone who is a history buff and who knows the name of a lot of countries.
You're not a geographer.
I can name a lot of countries.
Can you name them all? Every single
I can't
one?
name all the countries. Can you? No.
What if a new one just formed? What if it was a city I was talking about?
Can't
name all the
is it
cities.
recognized internationally by the UN? That's one thing you have to get a step taken, which is a part of the big talks of Ukraine.
I want to make a city called Hanganda.
You
It probably
could.
exists. It probably does exist.
Oh man, how is it spelled?
I don't fucking know. Hang on, duh.
Time to see if Hangyonda is a city.
Would it be hang on? What? I don't know.
City of Hangyon.
It's probably gonna
Hanganda?
come up with like hang on these nuts or something. It's gonna come up with a joke.
There's a Yangon.
Hang on.
Yangon,
Yang on
formerly
these
known as
nuts?
Rangoon.
That doesn't work though.
It's a city in Myanmar,
Myanmar.
formerly Burma. But
Brahma.
I don't. What would it take for you to believe in a ghost?
I'm the same case. I think it would take a lot. I want to see like, I think I would have to be there and during like an experience that was really like crazy. Like if I just see like doors slamming open and close and I look behind them and there's no one there and I'm like one friend's on one side, one friend's on the other, and we're both like far away from doors. Our hands are like up. We can see each other once the doors open. Something like that. That would be some crazy shit. I feel
I
like
mean, even then, large gusts of wind, like how certain buildings are structured.
it's not gonna
winds-
violently slam and
No,
close a door.
that can happen with certain things though.
Not in front of you.
If
Not if you
it
don't feel
depends
the
on how,
wind.
like a building is like structured.
Yeah. What if I don't feel any wind while I'm next to the door and it's slamming violently open like that?
There's
what am I
still
supposed
a
to think?
number of other things it could be. There could be someone hiding in the roots of a string, who is like yanking it.
Yeah, I
shut
would
the
check
fuck
for
with you.
shit like that.
I mean,
How you gonna yank it through the door? Like I'm talking about a door like that, like that door right there. How you gonna yank that through the roof?
you drill a hole right up there, have a string, have it connect. Have
You
it
don't think I
really
would see
thin and
that?
connect-
Oh.
thin string.
You're insulting my intelligence.
I'm not insulting your
Sir.
intelligence. They make thin, tight strings that even people with perfect vision.
Yeah, but you
can't
don't think
trouble
I'd feel
seeing.
for that if I really wanted to know if there was a ghost or not? Someone who's already skeptical. I would think my friend was fucking
I
with me
don't- here's
first,
the
and then I
thing,
would go and check every
here's-
aspect. And then if I couldn't determine, I'd be if I was actually left stumped, like what the actual fuck is happening, then that I would be like, okay, maybe there's some ghosts or something out there.
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there's like even in that kind of situation. I don't think I jumped at ghosts immediately. I don't even think even after I
Okay.
verified a whole bunch of things.
Here's
I
a new
jumped
one.
at
You
ghosts.
go into your kitchen.
Okay.
Everything on your shelf gets forcefully pushed off. The cabinets are opening and closing rapidly at a incredibly fast pace. everybody in your house except for one other person is gone, and that one other person is experiencing this with you and is also like, what the fuck is happening? What would your theory be?
I would probably think maybe there's an earthquake going on. That'd be my first thought.
There's no shaking in the ground.
Earthquakes don't always shake the ground.
If your cabinets are shaking violently and shit's falling off your shelf, you'd probably feel the earthquake.
Honestly, another thing I would be like is, all right, maybe the house about to collapse. Let's get out of the house.
Okay, I'm at the point now where I think David might actually be inconvincible. If that's a word. Because for me, if I saw that shit, I'd be like, what the fuck is happening? Like, there would be no explanation for that. To me. Unless the ground was shaking, then I'd be like, okay, maybe there's an earthquake. What if they were shaking in such a way that it's like, this is not an earthquake? If they were doing it like rhythmically or something.
I would try to see it as a threat to me. If it's not, I would probably just leave the house.
Yeah, but that's not answering the question of what you think it could be, the explanation.
I don't know what it could be, but I wouldn't go to this is a supernatural thing.
Why not? What else would you possibly think of? That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't have an explanation.
Not on the spot, no.
What if you asked a scientist and they were like, I have no idea what the fuck was happening here. Like, I can't explain it.
You're kind of cornering me into a line of thought here.
I'm not cornering you. I'm just trying to see at what point you would actually be like, okay, maybe this is supernatural. Because to me right now, it seems like there's no point that you would say
How many scientists? One scientist is not enough to verify these things. That's how you discover things.
There's a league of scientists.
A league of scientists. Yeah. So you are pretty much...
One of them's half fish, half man.
You're pretty much going to the point where I have to go that route then.
Yes, that's the point of what I'm asking. Because listen, because I'm asking, what is the point that you would think? So if you're not at that point where you see cabinets and shit opening up in that way and shit falling off your shelf in a way that like an earthquake would never do, if you don't think, if you don't at least think for a second, like maybe there's some shit going on here, or maybe the person you're with brings up the suggestion that maybe that shit's haunted. If you don't think at that point, then I have to push further. And my only other option is if like you had an opinion from some professional, because I don't know what the fuck else you would consider that to be.
I would need this would need to be a fucking full-fledged investigation into this thing by a league of qualified people.
Okay, I have a question.
To study these things.
Is there any experience that you think you could have that would leave you with the fact with thinking like, okay, maybe this could be paranormal. Maybe paranormal is the paranormal, like, what is it? Solution or whatever the answer is the rational one here. Or maybe not the rational one, but the only one answer.
There is
any experience whatsoever that would be just completely inexplainable to you.
Any experience that would be completely unexplainable.
Because it sounds like what you're saying is even if you have that experience, you would still assume just because you couldn't explain it, somebody else could, is what you're saying. Which is like rational for most things, but if something like that crazy happened, like with the cabinets, I don't understand how you could be like, okay, how you couldn't at least think maybe some shit's going on here, like some paranormal shit.
I'm trying to think.
What if right now we were sitting in this room, okay? I want you to imagine a scenario here with me, okay?
Okay.
Me,
go ahead.
Goosebumps author, Zachary Ray, okay? Listen.
Oh yeah, Zachary Ray.
Shut up. We're sitting right here, okay? And shit just starts flying through the room in two different directions. Shit goes this way. This goes this way, right? You're seeing like Legos and fucking figures and all the other fucking nerdy gamer shit I have in here. It's flying in all kinds of different directions, okay? This can't be explained by wind gusts because it's not going to go in two different directions like that, okay? And then all of a sudden my desk starts shaking violently and my fucking monitors start falling down. My drawers and my cabinets start opening, and then my fan turns on and off and on and off and on and off, and the lights go out. Then what would you think? What explanation would you give? Damn, Zach, you got a drafty ass room.
No. No, I wouldn't say that. I in that kind of situation, I don't know what the first thing I would do would be.
Well, the first thing I would do is scream, "Holy shit! Get me out of this room!" That's what I would do.
Because here's the thing, like, once I'm beyond the point that I can 100% confirm that it is like something here supernatural, like if I can do that, once when I can 100% confirm that, I then want to see, like, all right, so if it's a spirit, right?
Yeah.
If it's a spirit doing it, all right. Is what people have been saying, does the mythology line up with this? Does this line up? What more conclusions can I draw from this? I would see it as a new thing to kind of verify more things. Because like let's say it could be around. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of spirits. There's Native American spirits. There's European spirits.
No, I'm not asking all that. I'm just asking, would that convince you? Would that be like, okay, this might be paranormal. We need to get the fuck out of here.
I literally just said it once when I can 100% confirm that it is paranormal.
How would you not 100%? You don't have to 100% confirm. Would you? I'm asking, would you at least leave the room thinking, holy shit, ghosts might be real?
No, not that situation.
No. No.
Okay,
what if on top of all of that you heard a voice in your ear, or not in your ear, a voice
Zach, no.
screaming, "Get out"? Then what?
I would still not think it's something.
You're inconvincible. I think.
Normal.
I don't believe in ghosts either, but I think at this point you are.
It has to be a very specific hard line that I'm aware of. It's kind of like with God. If there's only one way that God exists, He can convince me He does exist, and not even I know that, because it has to be something. It would only be something that He would know. I don't know what it would take to make me think this is something that's paranormal.
When I say paranormal, I'm not asking you to get philosophical. I'm just saying paranormal in the sense of what we know paranormal to be, or what we think it is. Like, that scared the shit out of me. I thought that was
that's what I'm not talking about philosophy here. I'm talking about the hard.
Yeah, but you're like, what paranormal ghosts probably wouldn't even be like what we perceive ghosts to be like. Sounds like what you're saying to me.
No, I'm not.
Because you're like, if I have to confirm it, then I have to confirm, like, is this actually?
No, I want to confirm. I would want to see if the I want to see what kind. If I can confirm it is a spirit, then I want to see if it lines up with what we know, or what people say about spirits.
Man's playing fucking Phasmophobia in real life. If he goes through,
I want to see. I would want to know more. It'd be a new field of study that I want to learn more about.
I just can't believe that would not convince you. Because to me, or at least make you think like, damn. Well, okay, maybe it's because it's in my room and I fuck with you constantly?
No.
Okay. Because then I could maybe understand.
No, because weirder shit has happened inside of your house.
Like what? Oh, never mind. I can actually go into some of these stories.
Like some weird shit has happened, like this fucking in general when I've been over here.
Well, what's happened while you were over here?
Not like the level you're.
We should do a podcast where we take all of our equipment and set up in like a specific room somewhere or something, and just like talk to ghosts or try to speak to ghosts or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how we would get power in like an abandoned place, but.
We could try. There's ways to try that kind of stuff. Here's my thing. I'd be willing to learn. I'm open to finding out, and my mind being changed. But
it doesn't sound like you are.
I am. It's just I don't know what the line would be.
If that's not the line, then I don't know what would be.
That's just the thing. I just. Really
how would you
know.
explain that? Nothing else could. Not an earthquake. Like, you couldn't explain it.
Yeah, but jumping straight to ghosts and spirits, jumping straight to
you
like
have
supernatural.
Nothing else to go off of, is what I'm saying. So at that point, wouldn't you at least consider that to be an option? If you don't, then I don't consider you to be an open person.
What if
not to that concept?
But what if it's a whole? What if it's something we don't know about? Like a whole new thing we just don't know about. Why in that situation it would have to be spirits when it could just as easily be a new kind of phenomenon that we don't know of as humans?
Sure, I don't disagree, but why then can it not be spirits? I'm gonna flip the Uno reverse card on you.
I'm not saying it can't be,
But
I,
it sounds like
in that moment, I'd think, okay, what's going on? I wouldn't think, okay, this is spirits. I'd wonder
first
what's
of all,
going on.
I'm just gonna say this is all bullshit. Because if this happened to us and we went out of this room right now, you would be like, bro, I think your house is fucking haunted.
I would not.
I think you would. I genuinely, I've known you a long time. It's not- I know you a long time.
Zach,
What?
listen, I'm being dead serious here. I'm being honest
No,
with you.
I feel like I've known you long enough. So we would look at each other and be like, "What the fuck?"
I am serious enough. I could pull a hard card right now to tell you I'm serious.
I don't want you to pull a hard anything right now. We're streaming,
All right,
okay?
well, I'm just telling you I'm being serious.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I believe that. I think you would at least be like, well, maybe that shit's haunted. I would bring it up, and then you would be like, maybe. I don't know. To me, it just sounds like you can't possibly be convinced.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, I'm not gonna jump straight into superstition. Even. Okay, don't make fun of me for me fucking up speaking.
No, it's just. Now I can't speak. It's just the way it happened. That's all. The full sentence.
The way it happens a lot, huh?
I'm not making fun. Listen, fucker. Don't put this. Don't social justice warrior this. If I spoke the same way you did, you would make fun of me every fucking day. Okay? Don't even. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Such anger, Anakin.
I think you're just mad because I think you're unconvincible. I don't think you could possibly be convinced. But you sound like that's my problem. You're saying you're open, but you wouldn't even consider the idea. It sounds like you would be like, okay, what is this like new phenomenon that's happening?
I would at a certain point. I don't know what that point would be. I can't tell you what that point would be.
If your point's not at that point where shit's like shaking and flying off the shelves and like markers and shit are writing shit on the walls and you're seeing like I don't know what the fuck. What else could convince you? What if you saw a figure that walked through the wall? Like walked through the wall?
I would just think I'm on fucking some drugs.
Exactly. You would never be convinced. That's okay to admit that. You would think you're crazy.
I'm not trying to get to that. I'm trying to tell you that I could be convinced, but I don't know what the line.
What if the government came out tomorrow and was like, we were releasing this footage because we don't know what this is. We can't explain it other than the only word we can use is paranormal. And it's a video of a guy walking through the wall and shit just violently like breaking and throwing off and shit. You know, it's like that type of thing. And it was the U.S. government that released this to the public.
I can't answer. I don't know. I don't know that. And that's
okay. I don't think you can be convinced, but that's just me. What do you want to talk about now? Have you ever had any paranormal experiences that you would think are paranormal? So how can you have those?
When I was younger, I've had things happen that I cannot explain currently, but that most people would attribute to paranormal. That I could use the phrase paranormal to describe. But do I think they're paranormal? No.
But if you're using the word what were these experiences? I was like
fucking 4 or 5.
What were these experiences? Let me know.
When I was younger, and I was going to chemotherapy.
Okay.
I slept a lot on my dad's bed with him, right? My mom kind of slept in my room.
Okay.
And I was in the bedroom, and it was late at night, and I started seeing this weird purple like light outside the window, like this humming sound, right?
Okay.
And it was just fucking like freaking me out. And then I got scared, so I pulled the blanket over my head, and I could have sworn I felt something touch my shoulder like that. And then I pulled the blanket over, and there was nothing there. I have no idea to this very day what the fuck that was, or even, or maybe if I was dreaming or not. Because I remember some of the night terrors that I had when I was younger, and that is one event in particular I cannot discern from reality.
So you can't explain it.
And then there was, what was the other time?
But you would never.
There's this weird, this very weird time, which I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. It's when I was younger. I had a dream. Like when I was like 6, I had a dream that I was in this like snowy kind of like field thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to drink some. I was trying to like drink something, right?
Okay.
And there was this guy who was telling me, "Don't drink that," right?
Yeah.
Well, when I was in track in Deep Creek Middle, it was snowy on the fucking football field, and I was trying to drink one of the sports bottle, and there was this fucking dude who was saying, "Don't put your mouth on that."
No, no. Well, okay. I've had dreams that have played out very similarly in reality before. I don't know if that's paranormal or if it's just those dreams are so close to like reality that they could just happen.
I know, but that dream was a very specific dream, and it's like
Yeah,
very, very, very similar circumstances.
okay, let me throw you a dream scenario that I've had that happened to me that I was like, "Whoa, that's weird." My dreams are like predicting the future, even though I didn't actually believe that. Um I had a dream that my friend, a friend from high school who we both hung out with before, had swimming practice. Or was swimming in a pool, basically. I had a dream he was just hanging out, chilling in a pool, doing whatever. I don't know why, he was just doing that. Um and then a second friend had something to do with her like tennis or some shit. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember her in my dream playing like tennis. It's the same dream. She was playing tennis. The dude was swimming. I went to school that day, and for the first time ever, that girl's friends were like, "Oh, she's at tennis practice for the first time in like months. She hasn't been like since the school year started." And I was like, "That's weird." And then I found out my other friend, guess what, was at swimming practice. Who he hasn't done swimming practice in like years before that. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. What
That's
the
weird.
fuck?
Yeah, and that was the night before that same day, which I was like, that's kind of fucking weird. But I attributed that to just like it's I don't know, they've done those activities before. I didn't know that, which is why like consciously I don't know if that lines up, but yeah, I don't
When
know.
I was younger, I used to have when I saw Phantom Menace for the first time, for some reason Darth Maul just scared little me so much that I had night terrors about Darth Maul, and I remember some of them very vividly,
Yeah.
like memories. Like there's one where my dad was like carrying me and walking down the street down there where my old house was,
Yeah.
and it was at nighttime, and there's a giant moon, and there's a giant face of Darth Maul just envelop the moon looking right down. And then there was there's this another one where like I was there's this like this little I had this little like little mini recliner, right? When I
Yeah.
was a kid, and there was a skeleton there. My uncle and my dad were in this dream. They was being like, "Ah, don't mess with it, don't mess with it." And I was like, I want to move it out of my chair, right? The little skeleton thing just started twitching violently and just lashed on, biting my arm.
Jesus. Oh boy.
Fucking. And then there's one other dream where this weird, creepy dude like just bit my neck. And
Yeah, I don't remember half my
I had a
dreams.
lot of weird dreams.
The
when
dreams
when
I
was
remembered
younger.
most were in like high school and shit. And those were the
Um,
weirdest ones. And now I just have nightmares about me falling off cliffs and then I wake up in like a sweat.
Before they came back over
That's
there,
all I have now. Yeah.
they had an apartment over down, across the bridge.
Uh-huh.
Um, I was over there for a weekend to help him out with some things, right?
Yeah.
And my uncle and aunt, they had left their apartment, right?
Yes.
My uncle left. So I fell asleep on their couch, right? I had a multi-level nightmare. What I mean by that is I woke up from a nightmare into a nightmare.
Yeah.
And like I remember one when I woke up and I thought I woke up, I rushed to the bathroom mirror,
Yeah.
and there was this blood dripping down my face and nose. And then I was woken up, my uncle entering in the bath and entering in like the apartment, right?
Uh-huh.
And once when I was actually up, like my whole body was just like in pain, and I went into the bathroom to fucking check out my fucking nose and shit, and it was just fucking it was absolutely crazy.
My dreams are never that intense. Have you ever had a dream where you like felt like you were falling and you woke up because of it and you're like
I had a dream when I was younger where I was like where I was like trying to going on this like big quest thing, and I fell into a spike pit. And it was like a 3D kind of perspective. I fell into a spike pit, and that's what woke me up and did that. It was kind of funny too because
your dreams are awesome.
it was kind of PG-13 related because but instead of blood gushing out, it was like cake batter.
It's like the setting in Alien Hominid that you can change the blood to the flowers.
Yeah, it was very odd. Well, God, what else? There was one dream where I thought where I had like a lucid dream for the first time. It was one time in my entire life.
I've only ever once had a lucid dream and I immediately woke up.
I had it for a while, right?
Yeah.
And I rushed over. I like fucking flew over to this neighborhood, and I materialized a sword in my hand, and then made asteroids from the fall from the sky. So
what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was having a lucid dream. I was like, finally, I have some control over my dreams.
Finally, I can have my
test
meteor
this.
slashing dream.
I gotta test this out.
Finally.
Because I was like, okay, I wonder how long it's gonna last, and like I got excited.
I've only ever once had a lucid dream, and I don't remember exactly what I did. I was walking down. It was like a dark street. I was walking down, and there was this second person there, and then I realized, wait, this would never happen in reality. I'm dreaming, and then I woke up. It was the worst.
The worst part is when you have a lucid dream like that, you
Yeah.
have no control, but you know you're dreaming, and it's a nightmare.
That can happen.
It can. It's kind of what night terrors are. I had one where I was
That's not what
like,
night terrors
when I
are,
was-
are they?
I think it's what it's called. It can also be called like a lucid nightmare. Like I was walking down like this narrow street, and I knew I was dreaming, right? And
Yeah.
There was another guy who was kind of like walking. It looked like a setting from like Trouble in Terrortown.
Okay.
Because this dude just came there, and he pulled out a knife, and he just shanked me, and stabbed me, and just fucking started walking away. I remember too, because he was pulling it out, and I was trying to like back up against the wall to avoid it.
Did you feel it?
Kind of. I felt like a pressure hit my stomach right here.
I don't feel anything in my dreams.
There's been a lot of situations like that where I've had that happen. It's not fun. It is not fun at all. The kind of dream that I really want to try to experience is there's a phenomenon where you could where if you have a dream, the dream can feel longer than what it is in real life. And some people can have like
How do you try that?
I don't think you can force it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Unless you can get really really good at lucid dreaming. I mean, if you can, like like, you can fucking have what feels like a long ass dream.
I don't think the way you wake up is determined on how good you are, right? You just wake up sometimes. You wake up when you wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about sleep paralysis earlier.
Yeah, I was saying like how much paranormal shit could probably be explained through sleep paralysis that people experience.
I have sleep paralysis. I've experienced it twice in my life.
I've experienced sleep paralysis many times in my life, and it is the worst thing in the human fucking mind that the human mind can do to
I have
you.
never well, that's not true. I hallucinated once, and it was the first time when when it happened.
I hallucinated twice
I
during.
almost fell into a sleep paralysis trap once, but I kind of broke myself out of it.
I had two like hallucinative. I'm making up words live on stream right now.
Yeah.
Inconvincible, hallucinative. I've had two that I have had hallucinations or whatever you would call it during that. I think one I've told you. I think I've told both of you, both of these to you. One was my bed. I oriented one day a different way. It was when I first moved it, like kind of that way or whatever. And I guess my brain didn't like that while I was sleeping or something, because while I was sleeping, I was like, fuck, I'm awake now, but I can't move. And I remember just feeling. There's this like, it's a very stereotypical like grudge girl with like long hair and like her fucking bones are all skinny and shit and like a white torn dress or whatever. She reached over my nightstand, I remember, and she called out my name, and then that was it.
I
And I
never had
woke
anything
up.
crazy like that happen. Like the first time I was like 8, and I was in my bedroom in my old house,
Yeah.
and
Nice smack.
it happened when I was facing flat down.
Uh huh.
And remember that episode of Courage, the Cowardly Dog, where Courage was trying to save his parents from being blasted off in the rocket?
Yeah.
And there's a scene where he was just running down this long corridor with multiple doors.
Yeah.
I was my vision started blurring, kind of like in a flashback kind of thing.
You
Just
had a
that
dream that your parents were almost forcibly launched
no,
into
no, no, no.
space.
It was the hallway segment. It was just the hallway segment.
Where
The second,
Do you ever have fucking nightmares like that where you're like texting your phone and you can't get this one word right and you keep messing up this one word and you have to keep deleting it and then redoing it over and over again, and that's the whole nightmare?
no,
Oh.
I've never had that nightmare.
Maybe I'm
before.
a psycho. I don't know.
The
I
second
have those
time-
all the time.
The second time I had sleep paralysis was in church in high school.
Second, what happened? Oh yeah, while you were sleeping on the desk.
Yeah, everyone else was at lunch, thank God, because no one people would probably would have fucked with me if that was the case. My teacher was letting me sleep,
Mm-hmm.
just let me hang out in the classroom
Letting
when I
you
was
sleep.
lunch. He didn't fucking care. Cause I was a good student.
But
he
he'd
liked
probably
me.
prefer that you didn't.
No, honestly, he said no. He said just go. You can go and just chill in this classroom. And I sit in the classroom by myself.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you said it was during like lunchtime.
Yeah, everyone
Oh, okay,
everyone was
never
there at lunch. And
Never
then,
mind.
I put my head down. The lights are off in the classroom, and I was like this. And I realized I was falling into sleep paralysis. Honestly, I remember the worst thing you can do is freak out in that. So I just kept myself calm.
I
And
couldn't freak out.
I kept wiggling my thumb. Like that's one thing I realized. If you're getting into that thing and you start to try to wiggle your thumb, that can help you slowly break out of it. Because it can help. Just that little action, like it will twitch a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and then eventually, like the signals will catch up to your hand, and then you can move your whole hand.
Interestingly
and then
enough,
boom.
I couldn't during the both times that I had it because the second time I had it, I told you about this. I saw like a giant robotic fucking angel just like sitting at me, looking at me over my bed. It's the
Be not
scariest.
afraid.
It was the scariest shit ever. But like I could, no matter what I did, I don't know why I couldn't freak out. Like I couldn't emote. I was just like, oh shit, this is happening, and then that was kind of it.
Like I can't move like this when in sleep paralysis, obviously,
Yeah.
but stuff like that, like I can feel my thumb moving a little bit.
I could
It's,
feel slight movements, I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, like, there's this really creepy song that triggers like emotional response from people when they hear it, especially on myself, right? Like, it just makes kind of think, and it can make people feel at peace. It can make people cry, and it can make people like hallucinate like auditorially.
Did you hear it while you were sleeping?
No, I did not. I tried to. It's actually a Thanksgiving weekend. I was trying to induce sleep paralysis while it was playing because I wanted to see what kind of shit would my mind would make up.
Why would you do that to yourself, David?
Because I want to hallucinate something. I want to experience that. I'm so grounded in what I see around me. I want to see something I can't explain for
I can
once.
understand that, I guess.
And it's like it's the whole reason why like
People do
psychedelics
drugs?
I don't do it, but psychedelics kind of interest me
Yeah.
because I want to hallucinate something. I want to see something that like, I cannot explain. I want to see what my mind can create.
Okay.
And
Continue. What were
it's
you
like-
saying?
I mean, I don't know. That's why I was trying to do it. You know, like I was trying to hallucinate.
I had a dream literally the other night that I was in somebody's house that I've never met before. I don't know why. And there was just like this massive Chad just sitting on the couch with like these women around him and everything. And then for some reason we're just watching like Care Bears. You know what Care Bears are?
Yes.
I don't know why. We're watching Care Bears. And then I hear a knocking on my door. And I'm like, the fuck is that? I'm like, this is your house. Do you want to get that? And he's like, nah. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, they're still knocking. He's like, why don't you just get it? And I was like, okay. And then I woke up. And then when I woke up, I heard knocking on my actual door. And it was somebody telling me, you're late for work. And I was like, oh, shit. It was crazy. Have you ever had? I've had like songs and stuff when I used to leave the radio on when I was a kid. I've had songs make it into my dreams, like during like a little montage or something that's happening in my dream. Like we were playing outside before. I remember this one for some reason. I used to have a little Lego radio, it was just a radio. I turned on FM radio every night and I fell asleep to it because that's just what I did. I didn't have cable in my room. So I had a dream. For some reason, I was in my backyard playing with my sister or something, I think. And like during the dream, I just remember there were like, I don't remember what the song was, but it was something really popular on the radio at the time that was playing during my dream. And I woke up and the song was playing. And I was like, what the fuck? It was like mid-song. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I've had something like that happen to me before. I've had it happen twice, actually. It's kind of funny. You ever seen the movie Rocky?
No.
There's a montage from.
I know what it is, but
there's a montage from that movie, where it starts playing like Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
And
you thought you had a dream or you were?
I had
Rocky?
a dream. I had a dream where I was doing like a similar montage exercising thing while that song was playing, and that's the second time. Remember the first live action Scooby Doo movie?
Yes.
The one where they go to Boney Island.
The one that was weirdly sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a weird dream where it had a similar aesthetic to that, right? And like I like remember how Fred became like this fucking Shad motherfucker in the movie?
Yes.
I had a dream where I was kind of like that.
You were Chad Fred.
I was Chad Fred, and the song that goes Jamaica. started playing, and it was just a whole bunch of like beach time shenanigans. It was such a funny fucking dream.
You were Chad Fred, beach time shenanigans while Jamaica, whatever the fuck that song is.
Jamaica.
Was that in the movie, that song?
I don't think it was.
That'd be really funny. We need to rewatch it. We need to know if that song's in the movie.
We do. Oh god, but it was
good times. Good times.
Yeah.
You want to move on to the next topic?
Sure. So as you got older, what's some kind of passions you've discovered? Now that we're starting to get on the precipice.
Well, I don't know, David. I usually like starting these topics with your answer. So what's your answer?
Well, I'm sorry. You started the last topics with my answer, so I'm starting this one with your answer.
Did we?
Yes.
Did you guys know that Ag on the periodic table is actually silver, not gold?
Yes. So why don't you talk about your passions?
So I was just wondering, was there anything in your life that you really? No, I'm setting the precedent, okay? So I can explain what this topic is, you motherfucker, okay? Let me explain. The topic is, okay, is there anything in your life, maybe when you were a kid, that you were super passionate about, you really loved doing, and maybe you grew out of that, and then reversely, is there something that maybe you hated doing as a kid that you ended up liking more as an adult, or just something that you found that you really loved as an adult, That's the premise of the question. David, what's your answer?
No. You go first.
Fine, I'll go first.
I was setting the precedent first.
I like building off of the things that you say. That's why I asked you first. So for me, for example, when I was in like high school and shit, I used to really, really, really like drawing a lot. I used to draw every fucking day of my life. And as I get older, I'm starting to realize I'm drawing a lot less. And I think I've realized why. Because when you're in high school and you're a kid and you hate high school, you'll do anything to distract yourself from like listening to the teacher or like going through the boring like lessons and shit. So I would draw all the time just to like get out of it. But
Right.
as soon as now that I have free time to myself and I can just do whatever the fuck I want, I don't like draw that much anymore.
Got a see a piece of paper?
Why?
I want to show you something that I used to do when I was in that situation.
I still draw. I just don't draw as much. I don't know where. You fucking grab a notebook.
Okay, thank you.
Go to the last page.
All right. So
Jamaica.
I used to do. I used to. The last page has stuff in it.
Go to the middle page. There you go.
I used to do the same thing.
Uh-huh.
And what I used to do is, because you know me, I like those strategy games and stuff like that, right?
Sure.
I was fucking bored. So what I would do is, and I'm just gonna fucking do this real fast. I'm not really gonna care about what
You would play your own strategy game?
Yes.
With made up like states and stuff?
I would hold on. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. So let's say there's a thing like this, right?
Nobody can see this, but David's drawing like a state or something, a landmass, yeah.
Right. And
he's sectioning it off right now.
Let's just say there's that.
He's sectioning it off into states.
Right, and what I would do is, I would slowly expand the borders by erasing, and just fucking do that. And I would just keep doing that for a while, and until like you could physically see the old lines that I drew. By the erase, I would wear down erasers by doing this, and I would do it to get away from listening to like fucking geometry and shit. And when I was just fucking bored, like especially like towards the end of high school.
Yeah.
Because towards the end of high school, like I was in like I only had 2 classes really.
Yeah.
When I repeated when I was in the 13th grade, I had the science class, biology.
Yeah.
And then I had my my case manager class, which lasted for the rest of the day. And I literally just brought my laptop to school and just did that.
But I mean, like,
I would sleep, and
I mean more so like something that you really, really want to do as a kid, like you're like something that you consider to be like a career path, or even something that not even that, something that you just really, really love doing that you just can't stomach anymore, or you just can't do anymore. You just don't have the same amount of fun doing it, I guess.
Let's
Nothing at all.
I'm trying to think. There is something. I'm trying to think though.
Something that he has to think about.
I mean, yeah, these are your topics. You have time to kind of think about them a little bit.
Well, I fucking sent them to you. I knew you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, I know.
So what's your excuse?
I've done a lot of work this weekend.
Oh yeah.
On my room. It's not this weekend. This week in my room and shit. I had to deal with a lot of things.
Just anything that comes to the top of your mind. It's alright if there's nothing. Maybe you just enjoy like every single thing you've done. Sports?
Yeah.
What sport did you used to play?
There was a time when I was really, really into basketball, actually. Like
you really loved basketball?
Yeah, I actually genuinely really loved basketball at one point. And like especially like during school, I would
You'd play basketball?
I played basketball with people, yeah.
You played basketball in school?
I wasn't like good. I don't consider myself good.
But you loved it?
I was really good. I was really good at passing and dribbling and.
Would you still play basketball today?
Yeah, I mean, but.
Well, then that doesn't count.
But I mean, because times have gotten so different, I don't think I'd have as much fun of it as I used to.
What do you mean by that? Times have gotten so different.
It's more or less kind of like a personal thing, because I've gained a lot of weight since I was a kid back then.
Yeah.
And I was a lot more fucking energetic and active back then, and now my tolerance for that kind of stuff has just kind of dropped down dramatically. What
if you just went jogging like every single day? You started off slow, maybe did like a little bit around the block, and then you went more and more and more. You don't think that would increase like your activity?
Yeah, it would.
Like how active you are?
It would.
You want to do that?
I mean, sure.
I'll do that with you. Like light jogging?
I'd have to probably start out with walking, as I'm at a point where I can't really jog that much right now.
We can do that. Walk. We do that every time we hang out anyway. We usually go for a walk.
My mom has been wanting to go back to the gym recently, so I might be heading there.
YMCA.
No, not YMCA. Planet Fitness.
Oh, hopefully that's not a local gym that you can determine where we live from. Anyway, that might have been a botched topic.
Not really. I mean.
I don't know. Maybe I just went through a lot of phases in my life.
I mean, there was a second part too, that like passions that like
The second part is something that you. Wait, what was the second part?
Stuff that we've discovered as we gotten older.
Something that you mediums or something that you've discovered that you've gotten older that you've become obsessed with or you really really like, or you have a new passion for this thing that you do or thing that you see, or because for me it's easy. For me it's like streaming, obviously. That's like the biggest one, right? As a kid, I was interested in like YouTube and stuff, but I never cared about like the live aspect of it or anything, or like any like doing anything like consistently with it. I just had fun putting videos and stuff together randomly. But now I feel like this is something I want to like, do more and more and more of. But for you, I guess what would that be?
I would want to say this is one of them. This
What,
is one
streaming
of the
as well?
things. Yeah, but I mean, for a personal thing, I used to be into this like way back in the day,
Yeah.
but not as much now. I'm more into I'm more I'm it's right up to my mouth.
Just twist. Twist the twist. There you go.
I
There you go.
news stuff,
Like what?
like the news in general.
Oh, news. I thought you said new stuff.
No, I know, like news.
News in what
Like-
aspect?
Just I've been into like past history stuff, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I haven't been in is I haven't really been into that much of current events and shit, you know. I was never really into like the history. That's
So
going
you
on
liked
now.
history, but not current. You didn't.
Not,
You weren't that
not,
into current
not
events.
Ferning, not like occurring history. Like and recently, like with just the way that the world has fucking gone, like through the fucking pandemic and shit.
Yeah.
Being more informed, in my opinion, has become a lot more important. So that way, I know what's going on, and I
I could agree with
get a
that.
better understanding of the world.
I think
around
in general, I take much more effort into like actually reading stuff and not just skimming. You know what I mean?
I don't really skim things either. My thing is like, especially recently, like I'm watching different news channels recently, so I can gauge the different viewpoints of
Which way
like,
is each
different-
news sort? Each
yeah,
news
what,
site kind of
what their
leans.
sources, what are they focusing on, and I have discovered a lot from that about my person, about myself, especially about my own personal views on things.
Yeah.
And I'd say that I have directed a lot of my anger towards I now know what to be angry about with the world. Whereas I was angry.
You think your anger was directed in the wrong places before?
Yeah, it's directed in the wrong places. But nowadays, it's like now I know what to be angry about, and now I'm kind of understanding. Like,
what's an example of something like you would say you used to be angry about versus something that you feel nowadays is the right thing to be angry about?
I used to get like super ass mad about like fucking like when PewDiePie dropped the N-bomb,
Yeah.
like stuff like that, like minor stuff like that, and it's like, oh, this stuff.
Internet culture stuff.
Internet
you would get mad
culture.
at. You would say
But now I'm realizing the internet culture is kind of like
it doesn't fucking matter. It's news. It's news for first world people that.
Yeah, it's news for first world people, and not global news, and not news that affects the day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
Like the pandemic.
It's not important like people dying from a fucking pandemic. It's not important like I see. Yeah.
And like especially like with the whole shit that's happening in Ukraine.
Yeah,
like the moment that they started play the mounting troops across the border, I started paying attention.
Yeah.
And I am thankful for that because it's given me a clear view of what's going on. And I mean, personally, my views on it and how we should respond are a lot different than what most people, even on the news sites, are saying how they respond. Which it's not an extreme view. It's not like a big like bad view.
I hope not.
It's not.
Yeah, no, I think in general,
I mean,
I've thought a lot about that as I've gotten older. Stupid shit on the internet that happens versus things that actually like really truly matter. Well, not that those things don't necessarily matter, but they matter in a different context. I think, a much different context.
Yeah. Like
Um,
cancel culture matters, and like there's a lot of problems with it.
yeah,
But I mean,
it's like
yeah,
you compare that compared to somebody,
you
people getting bombed,
you compare that to like a 17-year-old girl crying on camera, then trying from wondering what she's gonna tell her dad as she saw her mom and little brother get killed by a shelling fire.
yeah.
Like I can't even. There's no fucking comparison. Here's the thing. I've realized first world countries like America, we have to deal with a lot of inter like societal issues, right?
Yeah.
Like cancel culture, race issues, gender issues, shit like that.
D-
Whereas like third world countries, they have to worry about like civil unrest, starving, not getting the things they need, like technology, like their infrastructure not being modernized. Like I mean, and then there's a shit going on in Ukraine, where like people our age who've never even held a gun before, don't even know what it's like to even be in warfare, are now being subjected to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, how much of that do you think is just like where America is so big and so like nobody really. I'm not tooting our own horns here, just to be clear. If anybody foreign is watching, okay, how much of that do you think is just we're so big and nobody really wants to fuck with us? So we haven't seen a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Even if we go to war with Russia, I highly doubt we'll ever see combat here. We will not see a Russian troop land on this soil. We might get drafted, but America will never ever be
Let's go, boys. Let's go to war. We're getting drafted.
We'll ever get directly attacked by China or Russia, because logically speaking, think about how a lot of there's been an issue of hate towards Asians rising, right?
Yeah.
Right. Think of how xenophobic a lot of Americans are becoming. Imagine the Chinese military trying to invade America when most Americans own a gun and a lot of Americans already dislike China.
I don't
you see
know
what I mean with that?
I don't I don't think we're getting more xenophobic personally.
I don't think we're getting more xenophobic.
I see what you're saying, sure.
I'm saying that the moment that Russia or China steps foot on our soil, they'll effectively turn like 1/3 of the entire country into a military.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Because everybody
knows the meme.
Guns.
Everybody knows the meme. Okay, we all got guns here in America. Everybody likes to joke around about it. Okay,
but the thing is,
if Russia comes to our borders, okay, they're gonna have a lot more to deal with in the military.
And the thing is, this is not. It's not me trying to.
That's not gonna happen.
It's not me trying to toot our horn. This is statistical facts. America has the strongest military on the planet. Like,
yeah,
we might have the largest navy. We have
Russia's
the most
military
modernized.
doesn't fuck around either, though, right?
They're the third next to China. China's next to us.
Oh shit, China's got the.
China has the world's largest navy, but we have the world's most modernized and most powerful navy, because we have the most aircraft carriers.
Is it all about the navy?
Naval and
is that the most important thing? Well, I guess because overseas, yeah.
Most important thing would be aerial dominance.
Air Force.
Yes.
Okay.
As much fun as it is to rag on the Air Force is actually the most important branch we have right now.
My sister's in the Air Force. My little sister.
Because aerial dominance, and we won't see fighting here. We as Americans have the luxury of sitting in our homes talking about this kind of crap.
Unless and we get bombed.
We won't.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, we won't have to. When that happens, then yes.
I should make a disclaimer. Anything that we're saying, we're idiots. We don't know. There's literally no way of telling what is going to happen. Like, I didn't think. I think some people didn't know. We're very unsure if like Ukraine was actually going to get invaded or anything. Nobody really knew. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. We have no idea.
But
I'm not assuming anything.
Even if NATO and all this go to war with Russia, I don't think we're.
I don't think we're gonna go to
here.
war personally, but I don't. Like I said, that's why I'm saying I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want a war to break out and then be. Like,
I don't want that either.
this
But
idiot on the
I
internet
don't.
said we're not going to war.
I here's the thing. I think it's a possibility, but I'm saying that even if we do, I don't think we'll see fighting hit our shores directly.
Who knows?
And and the thing is, as Americans, we have that luxury. We have the luxury of sitting here and not having to worry about all the shit that other people in like Europe and Asia and Middle East have to worry about.
Yeah.
Which is why me personally, I think because we sit at a position of a luxury and of just we have so many things that we take for granted that I think we have more of a responsibility to help those who are in need.
Yeah, but how is the average American going to like actually help somebody like that? I mean, there are charities, sure, but like, what's the direct way of helping? Flying out there and like going down there yourself? Like, do you expect people to do that? Like,
I don't expect people to do that. I mean, me personally, what I think should happen, which I think should happen with Russia, right?
be careful here, because I don't want you to throw something out. That's.
I think I think
This is David's thoughts, not mine.
I think we should go to war with Russia.
You think we should?
Ukraine.
David supports this, not me.
Ukraine tried to get into NATO and try to be a part of the NATO alliance. They were pushing for it hard. Therefore, I think NATO has an obligation to treat them as a member and enact Article 5.
These views belong to David, not me.
Yes, you don't gotta
hit it with an audio jungle.
You don't gotta tell them that.
Well, I don't know. You don't fucking know how people only. I don't know. We have 4 viewers right now. Tomorrow this could be on a clip on fucking Reddit with fucking 500 people telling us how much we're idiots. You don't know how the fucking internet works, okay? I'd like to keep my life in order, please.
Yes, I get you.
Mr. Let's go to war with Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any strong thoughts on the issue. I just hope everything comes out as peacefully as it can. I know that's wishful thinking, but who knows?
Fair enough.
Anyway, David, let's talk about the 3DS and Wii U eShop closing down.
That's a heck of a
transition.
That's a heck of a transition. Talking about war of Russia and going to the fucking.
Let's
eShop.
go. Now that we're done.
First world issues.
Now that I was about to say. Now that we're done talking about.
Yeah, let's go back to
how we're
first
above
world
first
issues.
world issues. Now let's talk about the Wii U eShop and 3DS closing down. Man loses job after bad take on podcast.
I don't think that's a bad take. Come on.
I
will defend this.
I'm going to defend David in saying that he is a very open-minded person. If he gets proven wrong, he will admit that he is wrong, okay? He's not a strong, opinionated person most of the time, unless he really just wants to go to war with Russia, which, I mean, hey, that's David, okay?
I mean, all right.
I think we should blow those goddamn cars.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm not. I'm just fucking around.
All right, I think we should, because Ukraine desperately.
They tried hardly to be a part of NATO.
They need help, and they want.
Did they actually try to be a part of NATO? Because the way I heard it was they just were thinking about it.
Zelensky, from what I understand, Zelensky was in talks with NATO about joining.
I have no idea. I can neither confirm or deny that.
And I just. It's a classic case of it's Russia attacking a democracy. They're not going to stop at Ukraine.
Russia's a nuclear power, though.
That doesn't mean they're going to use nukes in a war. That's because we have.
But isn't that the unwritten rule of why we're not going to like war with like places like other nuclear powers?
That's the unwritten rule why we don't use nukes. Because the first person to use nukes would get retaliation.
Do you honestly? Okay, how likely do you think it is that if we go to war with Russia, if this happens for some, if it does, I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea. If this happens, do you think Russia's just gonna like leave the nukes off the table? You think we're both going to agree to that?
It is either that or Russia is wiped off completely from the map.
Do you know how many nukes Russia has? They could probably nuke us off the fucking map.
Do you know how many nukes the combined efforts of all of NATO has? A lot.
Look, my point is we're both getting nuked if this happens. Both parties are getting nuked, and I don't want that. I don't want to go to war.
I don't think it's gonna instantly go to bombs dropping from like nuclear bombs dropping.
Yeah, but it could escalate to that, and I don't know. I'm not gonna. That's David's opinion, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I do not.
You ever
think
play the 3DS, David? What? What?
I did not play the 3DS. No.
I was making a little goof and gag. Okay, don't look at me like that. Like you're upset. I don't know a lot about. There's a lot of misinformation that gets spread around when events and stuff like this happen, so I don't know. I haven't done like a ton of research on it. That's why I'm like not talking about it like super strongly. I just know that I don't want a war. I don't want people to die. I don't want things like this shit to happen. I think it's bad what's happening in Ukraine. I wish it wasn't happening, but I don't know how rational it is for us to get involved. I have no idea. I don't know. That's my answer. I'm a 23-year-old man. I don't know. I play video games all my life. I can't speak on this. I don't fucking know. That's my point of view. You ever play 3DS?
Poor baby bitch.
I'm not. You can't.
I'm playing. With
you can't call me a baby bitch because of that. Okay.
I can play with you if you're playing with me.
I'm just asking you if you've ever played the 3DS. It's not playing with you.
You had your little addendum.
My addendum? You're acting like I'm spineless here when I genuinely just don't know. I have no idea.
Hold on. Hold the fuck up.
What?
Hold the fuck up, motherfucker.
You called me a baby bitch.
Yeah, as a joke. I don't think you're spineless.
Last Showhippies podcast tonight.
I don't think you're spineless.
No.
All I'm saying is I think on principle that they're a democracy like us, we should take more action. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But does more action mean war?
If they lived here, they'd be just as American as we are.
I don't know if more action means war. That's all I'm saying. You ever play 3DS?
I mean, fair.
I'm just kidding.
Fair enough.
David is giving me the fucking stink eye right now. Look, we got to move on to the next topic eventually, okay?
Yes, I get that.
It's just such a weird transition.
Yes, and I'm trying. I gotta use the bathroom.
Anybody in chat, you ever play the 3DS? How about the Wii U? That was a good console. I have two Wii U's. The door's locked. I don't want to unlock it. What? Just unlock it.
I'm too lazy right now.
Oh my god, he's so lazy. All right, final subject of the stream.
Mute.
David almost fell out of his chair. Hang on.
Hold on. Let me mute it for a second. Let me get it set up.
Okay, welcome back. Sorry, David fell out of his chair.
I fell out of the chair and
the mic fell and we had to fix all that.
All right, so before we change all to 3DS, I just want to wrap up.
David's gonna wrap up this real quick. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that my heart goes out to kind of like Ukraine, and I kind of feel strongly about trying to help them, and I just don't want to see any more people there like fucking die at the hands of a tyrannical tyrant. That's all my opinion. I just think we should do some tyranny. That's all.
Okay.
Now 3DS time. I apparently Golf sold their 3DS for weed.
Based.
That is pretty base. Me personally, Zach gave me his 3DS, and I
And
gave
then he
it to
sold it
I didn't sell it. I gave it to my cousin.
for crack.
Not for crack,
Probably for crack.
for cocaine.
What? It's not the same thing?
I think coke. I think
What's the difference between crack and cocaine?
I don't know.
Wait, you smoke crack. You snort cocaine.
cocaine.
Okay, that's the difference.
Well, you can also boil cocaine if you get it from the leaf.
I don't know why you know that. Anyway, did
Because
you ever
because
play
I
these
looked-
consoles? You,
I,
cause,
well, I mean, 3DS.
yeah, or the Wii U.
I played the Wii U once, and that's because you let me borrow it, and you never let me borrow it again.
Yeah. Did you ever buy anything from the eShop? Did you?
No,
Why? Okay.
I never bought anything from the 3DS shop either.
Look, it's not about the 3DS and the Wii U. This topic is more about how do you feel about online shops for video games closing? And how do you feel about, never being able to access some digital exclusive stuff ever again other than through emulation or through piracy? Go. Speed reading
I
topic. No, I'm kidding.
think companies should have these open for a bit longer so that way people can actually get these things.
How long is a bit longer? Because the 3DS's eShop has been up forever. Same with the Wii U. Well, maybe not the Wii U. Has it?
Smoking drugs isn't cool. Don't be a nerd.
Don't be a nerd.
Don't
Don't
be.
be-
Come on, be cool like the cool kids. Pop a little cracky wacky.
some wacky cracky.
Put a little ecstasy on your tongue. Go crazy. But no, like I just I think that it's kind of I don't know if it's wrong. Companies have every right to do whatever the fuck they want with their
Sure.
stuff.
Sure.
I mean, I just think on principle, I just think that like especially like there are exclusive on like the Wii Shop that are
Yeah.
just gone.
The Wii Shop is closed.
Yeah, like it was just gone. They're all just gone.
Is the
now.
3DS and Wii U Shop closed already? It might be. I haven't checked.
I don't know. Did you even look this up?
No, I know it's happening. I just don't know when. It said a couple of months when I first watched it, so I'm assuming it's not closed yet. I think. Probably happening in.
I
what,
just think
April?
that Nintendo and all these companies should know that people are gonna emulate, and they should not fucking try to stop that.
They're never gonna be okay with emulation.
Well then,
It's a direct
fucking
competitor to them.
well,
And if
then
they can like
fucking-
weasel
then-
out that competition, they're gonna do that.
then don't fucking get rid of the other alternative. You'll get money from those anyways. Why would you
I
take
wonder.
them down?
I'm curious how much these servers cost to keep up. Probably a lot, right? Maybe it'd have to
don't
be.
know.
Otherwise, they wouldn't even consider shutting it down because the small amount of revenue they would get from
I would have
random
to
ass purchases
I
would
would have
probably
to
carry them
look it
through.
up how much it costs.
How much it costs to run the servers? I don't know if you're gonna find a direct answer for that, but I guess you could.
I mean,
yeah.
there's been some of this shit is publicized.
Provide a better service than random websites. Easy, yeah, but I guess in what way do you do that service? Because people have said like do like a ROM renting site where you can purchase ROMs online and run them on whatever emulators you want. That would be cool. But it's like, well, then they couldn't host like their service for their Switch, which is their main console. Then they maybe get less console sales, and you know what I mean. Nintendo still does all their shit on like consoles and stuff, so I don't know. Sega doesn't have to worry about that anymore. I think that's why we've been seeing more like of their games pop up on Steam and stuff. And you can even, I don't know if anybody knows this, if you buy like Sonic, the original Sonic or Sonic 2 or something, I don't know why you would play those games. They're not very fun. But if you were to do that, you could go into the files and you can rip the ROM and play it on just whatever emulator you want. You don't have to do it through the Steam version, which is cool. But then I don't think Nintendo would ever do something like that as long as they're in the console business, you know? If they're just making games, then maybe. Obviously, if you're just making games, you'd want to get your games out to as many platforms as you would want. So I think it's a little bit different. But I feel like something like this, seeing all these shops close down, I think it leads me to wonder, like, do you think the Steam store will ever close?
No,
Never?
I think the Steam store makes way too much fucking money.
You don't think, like, way down the line it might close at some point?
if there's a competitor to Steam that allows these companies to sell their stuff, the issue is with Steam is too entrenched on things.
What if Valve goes out of business somehow?
I guess I mean I
What if
I
Valve gets
don't-
bought, Steam the interface gets changed completely. Nobody likes it anymore. Nobody uses it. Goes out of business. It changes.
I
Everybody has all their games on Steam.
I mean
Checkmate. I'm just
I
kidding.
don't know. I guess I guess a new thing would come to take Steam's place.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because Steam is
They have
very
like Epic.
important for the
They already
PC
have things,
market.
but none of them are even close to being as good as Steam. Why do you think that is? Because like Epic Game Store sucks ass. Origin is a fucking joke.
Because Steam came before all of them. Steam's been around since like the
Steam
early.
came. I don't think that means
Steam has been around since the early 2000s.
nobody's hopping in excitement to hop on the Origin store and to buy something from the Origin store. Nobody's
I,
doing that.
I get you, but that's a part of what I'm saying.
When something comes to Steam that was like console exclusive for a while, it's like an event. People are like, hell yeah, let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
If it goes to the Epic store first, like Final Fantasy VII, I'm like, fuck. I hate the interface on Steam. David,
what you were saying is what
do you also?
hello? Hello? Are you gonna let me talk?
Fine, speak. What you would say?
That's what you were. Your viewpoints are exactly what I'm trying to say here.
What?
The Steam got on the market very fucking early, and it got a lot of like big name developers to put their games on there.
No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think we're seeing this with like Epic. You can pay to get your games on this platform. You know what I mean? You might have to pay a pretty penny, but it's people are willing to do that. It seems.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when Steam has more traffic, Steam gets
Why
more
do you think
viewership.
that's the case?
Because Valve got a lot of the big name games and big AAA titles on there.
I think the reason it's so much better is because of like how user friendly and stuff it is, and how much better it is as a program.
I don't care how good the program be. If it didn't have like the big AAA games, everyone would be fucking going to the ones that has all the big titles on it.
But they wouldn't be as active on Steam. On Steam, you have like communities. You have people sharing like artwork and shit. It's not just the games.
Yeah, but the games are the biggest part of Steam.
Sure.
I mean,
but if something was on the
like,
Origin store, you would just launch it and play it on Origin. There would be nothing else. There would only be the game.
Bethesda releases all of its PC games on Steam.
Yeah.
All of Valve's like big name games release on Steam.
You don't think there's you don't think there's any point to like how it's done, not just that it has the best things?
That's a part of how it's done. That's part of like the business model of Steam.
You think Steam is carried by its? You think? Okay, first of all, I'm gonna say something which is obviously like true. Okay, but you think Steam is? Well, let me phrase this in a better way. Do you think Steam is exclusively carried by its library? Exclusively.
It is the heart and soul of Steam. That without it, Steam would not have been as popular and would not have all the communities it has.
What if it had the majority of games that it had, but it didn't have like a bunch of AAA stuff that was really, really good? Do you think it would still be popular?
I mean, I think maybe. I don't really know. I can't really say that.
Exactly. Sales. How cheap can you fucking get games on Steam? Unbelievably cheap when there's a sale going on. Sometimes for like $5 for like a AAA game that came out like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah?
They're cheap. I've never seen a deal like that on any other platform. Terraria's 99 cents? Yeah, bro, Terraria. A game that expansive. You see what I'm saying? Nobody does sales like that.
Yeah, which is because Steam can only afford this because it has these big name games that everyone flocks to. People play Skyrim.
I don't think it's
Steam.
fair to attribute the entirety of Steam's success on its library. I think that's a big part of it, sure, but I think they did a lot right. Not just being first.
If it had no games on there, do you think it's as successful as it is?
If it had no, it's a game downloading That's a dumb question. Of course not. I'm not making that claim. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the games are the only thing that carry it. There are some amazing games on like Origin that are exclusive to Origin and Epic, and you don't see. Some people literally won't even go onto those platforms. They won't care. They'll wait until it comes to Steam.
What kind of games are on Origin?
Let me open Origin right. Well, fucking Star Wars Battlefront, EA stuff, Sims, all that stuff is on Steam now. Apex is also on Steam now. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the
And I
thing.
bet they have a better player. Oh shit! I have to log it. Fuck that. What?
That's just a thing, though. Why? I mean, considering Steam is getting all these things, why?
Fucking Origin. Get off my god.
Why would anyone go to anything else then?
What do you mean? That it has all these titles?
It has all these titles. Sure, it might not have like the very few, the very like Overwatch. It might not have like Overwatch or like any of the Blizzard games on it. But still, there's so many fucking things on Steam.
Okay, here's a good question. If you take a game like Persona 5, which is currently exclusive to the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and you take that and you put it on Steam.
What?
Do you not think when you put something like that on Steam, it's going to be extremely successful? Because it's the first time it's ever reaching the PC market.
Yes. Yes.
So in that sense, do you think something like the PlayStation Store, if something's exclusive to that console, not everybody's going to buy a $300, $400 console just to play that one game that they want to play. Some people will. Not a lot of people will.
Yeah, yes.
I think exclusives can help sell a console, but only when they're in like mass. Or like really, really fucking good. So if something like that comes to Steam, why in your thing is like, oh well, they have all the big games that are cool or whatever, then why are the people who are waiting, who maybe don't have a PlayStation, don't go out and buy a PlayStation despite the fact that they might be really into that game and they think they'd be really into that game and they want to play that game. Instead they wait for it to come to Steam, it comes to Steam, and then they purchase it like crazy. Why are they waiting on that specific platform if it's just the games?
That's just a matter of PC itself being better than consoles.
How?
Because you can get better, you can get even better playability, better frame rate. Literally everything you can do with a console.
I'm not
you can
asking
get better
why
results.
I'm not asking why a PC is better than console. I know that.
I I get that, but that's a big reason why people wait, because why would you pay money for a game that you could enjoy now when you can get a much better experience if you
Because
just wait?
sometimes it takes fucking years and years to play that game.
That's a fair point, but still, people, you can get the experience is better, and that's the one thing that attributes to it. I mean, I don't feel like
It's a
you're
good thigh smack right there.
I don't feel like you're attributing to like the economic and business success that Steam gets. Like that's the big thing that drives its consumer base.
I'm not saying Steam isn't successful because of its games. I'm not saying Steam isn't successful because of the insane sales.
I know you're not saying that.
I'm saying there has to be a reason that even though these massive games are now being bought out and being put exclusively on these different like game launching platforms, people will still be like, maybe it'll come to Steam eventually, and won't even bother going to play it. Do you think that's more of a person thing? Well, I mean, in that case, then what's the point of even having this fucking conversation? Because everything's a fucking people thing. But
I mean, fair enough.
do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're
There
trying
seems to
get
be
at,
something.
but I don't think
We have a Steam hater here.
I don't think that's Steam hater. I'm just saying that I think I think the community is on the lesser side of Steam's success. That's all I'm saying.
You don't think Steam has like this? I mean, just look at it. Look at all the shit that is here. That's like so much more friendly. Like, you see what I'm saying? Compared to something like Origin, where you got to flip through, you got to go through all this like fucking bullshit sign-in information and stuff. Also, why does Origin log you out? Why is that? Why does, even when I click keep me signed in, Origin logs me out? What's up with that?
Do you keep on installing and reinstalling it?
No, it stays on my computer. It's been there for the past fucking year. I own 2 games on Origin. 2. And one
I
of them
don't know.
sucks. Two of them suck. Both of them suck.
Then uninstall it. Then why the fuck would you keep using it?
Because
then?
I own those games now. Do you remember when fucking EA tried to do that fucking slimy ass shit where they were like, if you don't play these games or you don't log into your EA account for a certain period of time, you don't own these games anymore. Do you remember when they tried to pull that shit? Can you imagine
No,
if
I
Valve
never-
would ever do that?
I never even fucking. I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy to me.
I mean, I know back in the
I
day.
have trouble just logging into Origin.
I know back in the day with Spore, they did this scummy thing where you could only install Spore from a disc 3 times, and you had to buy a whole new copy.
Well, to be fair, I think they do that so they can prevent the spread, the just spreading that shit like over and over and over again. What's stopping you from just giving it to all your friends? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, but the thing is, at that point, it kind of fueled piracy.
I guess so.
Because people weren't gonna fucking pay another fucking $30-$60 at a time for the damn game when they already paid it.
I had
they paid it, they should fucking own it.
I had a Sims 3 disc that my parents bought me when I was younger, and I got my like first laptop. They got me Sims 3, and I love Sims 3. It was really fun. I don't really care about Sims games anymore, but back then I did. And I got a new computer eventually, and I was like, I'm going to load up Sims for old time's sake. And then I realized I couldn't play it.
Why?
Because the disc was like expired. It wouldn't work on multiple computers. I was like, well, shit.
I have Sims 3 currently installed on my computer.
Good for you. How is it?
So it's fun.
I used to play a lot of Sims 3, and then Sims 4 came out, and then I don't play Sims games
anymore. It's one of the games that I come back to every now and then. So why the fuck would I uninstall it?
One of your favorites, you would say?
One.
Of all time?
No.
More than Fallout?
No.
Don't hit me. You're tempted. I saw it in your eyes.
I farted. What are you talking about? I wouldn't hit you.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we head out and do game night?
I want to expand upon the fucking. I want to backtrack to a previous topic.
What topic?
I want to backtrack to the fucking food combinations thing.
All right. He's got more to add. Let's hear it.
I got more to add, and I want to see. I'm curious to see if you got more stuff to bring to light.
Let's hear it.
To the table.
What, with food?
With food, yes.
All right, let's hear it.
So I'm not gonna give any names, but I have someone close to me, who at the time, all they wanted was a block of Colby Jack cheese.
Just a big ass block.
Like a block, like this big, right? And they would
They
would take a cheese cutter and they would chop it into little square things, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they would dip this cheese in honey mustard.
Oh, this is who I'm thinking of. Yeah, I don't get cheese and mustard.
Spaghetti. So we make spaghetti, right?
Also, Colby Jack cheese is the worst kind of cheese.
We make spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
You're like, all right, can you put mayonnaise on it?
What?
Mayonnaise.
No
on
fucking
spaghetti.
way.
I'm not lying.
Would you ever try that?
No.
I found something even you won't try.
Like
Mayonnaise. Did he mix? Did they mix it? Sorry.
No.
Did they? How did? Wait, you just put it on top, like sour cream?
Put it on top, and then once when it's there, he mixes it.
That is fucking putrid.
What else? Mashed potatoes.
Oh no, and barbecue sauce.
And barbecue with cheese.
You've talked to me about this.
Yeah.
I get mashed potatoes with cheese. That's good. But with barbecue sauce? Does he mix that? Like into like a little mash?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Don't he or she.
He or well, I've already said it at this point. I don't want to eat food ever again.
What else?
Your combination's for real though.
What else?
I thought the shit that I did was weird, but it's nowhere near as weird as the stuff that you do.
There's also there's fucking.
Oh my god, this motherfucker! The sauces that you mix. You mix like every single type of sauce together and make it into one sauce. And you're like, delicious. The best sauce.
No, I just I make a certain kind of sauce.
I've seen you mix ketchup, honey mustard, and barbecue sauce.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember honey mustard. I don't really like honey mustard.
Well, some kind of mustard. Maybe it wasn't honey mustard. I only eat honey mustard and keep it in this house.
There's sauce. There's a sauce that is basically a copycat recipe of like a fast food chain sauce.
Heinz 57.
No, cane sauce, Raising Cane sauce, which is ketchup, mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce,
Oh,
and a little bit of.
I hate Worcestershire sauce.
You don't even really taste it. You
Worcestershire.
don't really taste it that much of this.
I also don't like soy sauce.
And like a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper, and then there you have it. It's a sauce that's used for fried chicken. Like I mean it's a fucking sauce that's sold by a restaurant. It's not a weird sauce.
It's a fucking sauce.
No, a weird sauce. Maybe the sauces that I've made for the same person who has the honey mustard and
Link the
cheese.
sauce, please. But what's the sauce?
Like ketchup and ranch dressing.
Ketchup and ranch? That's nasty. I've seen that sold in supermarkets.
Hot sauce.
Like mixed together.
Mayonnaise, hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce, mustard.
I think mayonnaise is disgusting in every single other aspect other than on like a turkey sandwich. I'm going to say it.
I heard some people mix mayonnaise of tuna sandwiches.
You know what my little sister really likes?
What?
She likes noodles and ranch. So just make like penne noodles or like macaroni noodles and mix it with ranch. I could see that being okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
That would be okay.
That's fine. What else?
Like a light sauce over some noodles. Ranch is not light.
Tomato soup.
Oh, tomato soup and grilled cheese. That's not a weird combination. That's just delicious.
Tomato soup and mayonnaise.
Tomato soup and mayonnaise? You don't do that. You don't do that.
It was asked of me for.
It was asked of you. Okay, so you don't do that.
No.
How do you mix that? Tomato soup is watery.
I don't want to talk about it.
Mayonnaise is like kind of not solid, but it's like slimy and creamy. It's really disgusting.
It's a little creamy. I mean,
A little creamy.
I mean, grilled cheese and tomato soup. Yes, that is good. I have also discovered. You like eggs?
Yeah, I like eggs. Depends on how you make them.
So if you take like a hole cutter,
Uh-huh.
you have a piece of bread, and you can make something called egg in a hole. You can combine that with a grilled cheese, and you can get like a cheesy kind of like egg explosion.
What is egg in
your
a
mouth.
hole?
Egg in a hole is like.
Oh, you take like 2 eggs on top of each
no,
other and
no,
like
no.
punch it in a hole?
Like, let's say this is bread, right? You
Okay.
make a hole, right? And you crack the egg inside of that on the pan, and it toasts the bottom.
Oh, I get it.
And I've made like a grilled cheese sandwich by using 2 of those, and oh my god, man!
That could be good.
The cheese and the eggs.
Those combinations aren't weird to me. It's just when you start mixing shit that should like actually just never. It's literally cursed food items. That's what it is.
One time I cooked a steak.
He's
I
dying.
made like a barbecue kind of like basting thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And I wrapped the steaks in bacon. And I slow cooked it in the oven.
America,
So
baby.
that way it got all nice and tender. I remember fucking last 4th of July.
Oh yeah.
Last
you told
4th
me
of
that.
July. I was like, you know what? If we're gonna have a 4th of July cookout, fine. I'm gonna celebrate America Day, right?
Okay.
I got there were steaks, baked potatoes, corn on the cob. I was doing all this on the grill, and I got like the big pack of Angry Orchard.
Uh-huh.
And I fucking went through all that. I got fucking drunk while I was cooking on the grill, and I was blaring like pro-American music, like man
was getting into his culture.
There's a version of like I don't know if you ever heard of the Confederate anthem. There's a version of it that's like the Union version,
Uh-huh.
which pretty much is rags on the Confederates, and it's all about like America and all that kind of shit. And I blared that with other pro-American songs, and you know what? It was quite the fucking experience. It was a very like fun time. I remember I was drinking so much like fucking. My uncle over there was like, "You need to stop. You need to stop drinking. Don't drink too
You're
much."
on the
now."
grill drinking too. You weren't afraid you're gonna burn your hand or something?
No,
I get fucking real wobbly when I drink.
I really wouldn't care. I really wasn't caring at the time. I was
You just
stacking,
wanted to feel your
I was
roots.
stacking the beer. I I wanted to have the kind of like classic American experience.
I don't feel. I feel like
someone grilling on the grill,
I feel like
drinking
most.
alcohol.
I feel like most Americans don't actually do that, but
I know, but I wanted to experience.
you wanted to. You wanted to experience the stereotypical
and you know
classic
what?
American experience.
It is fun. It is genuinely fun. I was stacking all the Angry Orchards up on like the fence, like the
Knocking them
the
down.
deck thing. Not knocking them down. I was stacking them so I could count how many I had. I think that day I drank at least like maybe 13, 14.
Jesus fuck.
While I was fucking grilling. Like I was
During the
downing
grilling,
them
how much did you
fast.
cook?
I cooked 6 steaks, 8 corn on the cobs.
How'd you not fucking puke your lungs out?
4 potatoes.
13's a lot
4 baked potatoes.
in that span of time.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a lot. I didn't puke, but I did have quite the fucking hangover the next day. Like, I had a headache. Once when both my mother and my uncle said you might want to chill out. That's when I was like, okay, I take your word. I'm gonna chill.
I don't listen to
So-
anybody. When I'm drinking, you can't stop me. I'm unstoppable.
I have a limit. My mom was a little worried because stuff that was family stuff. But I was just trying to have a good time to celebrate the 4th of July, and it was not a mistake at all.
Well, I'm glad you had a great 4th of
Yeah.
July. Was that this year? Wait, July hasn't.
That was last year.
Yeah, that was definitely last year. I knew that.
What was how was
My 4th of July from last year.
yeah.
It was good. I don't remember it.
I mean, what's your best 4th of July memory?
My best 4th of July memory?
Yeah.
Probably back when I was a kid when we actually did fireworks and stuff. Actually, you know what it was?
Yeah.
I love badminton. I don't know what it is. I fucking love badminton. I don't know what it's like in my blood for some reason. Like my sister loves it. It's just my sister's
like
really.
badminton?
Yeah, badminton. Not tennis, but badminton. I don't know why. There's something about badminton. I just get into the zone when I play it. Anyway, one day this is when I was younger, I went to my uncle's house a while ago, and he had like this big ass field of a backyard, and he would just launch like the craziest fucking fireworks. He doesn't have that house anymore, but he used to, and he had a badminton set right in front of the fence where he would launch the fireworks or whatever, and we just played badminton all fucking night, like all night, just didn't stop. It was really good. It was really fun. It was a great experience. I had smoked macaroni. It was pretty good.
Smoked macaroni.
Like smoky macaroni. I don't know what it was called.
What
it had like
the
a smoked
heck?
flavor to it. It was very good. It was
Well,
like
that
baked.
sounds-
Not
that
baked. I don't know
sounds
what the
good.
fuck it was. It tasted smoky. It was really good though.
I like fuck. I'm not that big a fan of macaroni, but that does sound good.
You don't like macaroni? Who the
I
fuck
like.
doesn't
I
like
know.
macaroni?
I like it, so I'm not crazy about it. I'm not gonna.
Man eats doo-doo balls, but not macaroni.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to have macaroni. You know?
Macaroni is creepy. What?
What?
Macaroni's delicious. I love macaroni.
Macaroni.
With the chicken strips.
Fuck. I remember there's always like a cookout for 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
There used to always be that.
I don't do that. We don't do that anymore. We just don't cook out. It's really sad. I'm like,
It
fuck.
is like, I mean,
I want to play
why do you
badminton
think
again.
that is?
People get old. They stop caring about the experiences that they want their kids to. No, I'm just pulling this out of my ass. I don't know.
Also, I think
It's just
you
right now it's COVID stuff probably, but
I think you like badminton because you have British in your blood.
do British people like badminton?
I think that's like a joke stereotype on the British people.
I thought they like croquet, cricket.
Croquet.
The one where you hit the ball. We hit the ball into the socket. Golf. Wooden stick golf.
Golf with extra steps.
Cricket. I think it's called cricket. I've played cricket before at my grandma's
Cracket?
house, and we acted like we knew what we were doing.
I think it has to fucking do. Yeah, probably with age, people get older, and it's like, oh, why fucking spend money on this?
Maybe
Like,
people just don't give a shit anymore. I don't know. It's probably
Yeah.
a COVID thing, in terms of recency.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are people are fucking now that all the restrictions are dropping, people are fucking going everywhere.
What if it's
there's expected to be the largest like spring break thing in like over a decade because everyone's just fucking like about to go everywhere for spring break.
A lot of weed exchanged.
A lot of weed, lot of hedonistic parties. Like a lot of people just having fun. You know what? Do what makes you happy.
But don't kill anyone.
Don't kill anyone. Don't force yourself on anyone.
Oh,
But
don't do any of that.
Just don't be a dick, but be happy. Do what makes you happy. And you know what? Yeah. I mean,
Spring break music plays.
Jamaica.
Fred David. Fuck. On the beach.
Ched.
Ched?
Dread. Dre.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
Chad Dre.
I can't imagine you with like a ripped body on the beach just hanging out.
I can't imagine myself with a body. I mean, like, oh god,
You could get there.
What's your favorite kind of movie like that when you were a kid?
What, like Scooby Doo?
Yeah, well, no, what's your favorite movie when you were younger?
For some reason, I really, really wanted to see the movie Rango when I was a kid, or when I was younger. The one with the Johnny Depp lizard. I don't think I was that young. I think I was like 15 or something at the time. I don't remember. And then I remember my parents saw it without me, and I was like, okay.
Jesus Christ, that was when you were 15?
I don't know. I don't know when fucking Rango came out. It feels like a while ago, but not that long ago, you know?
If Rango came out when you were 15, then oh my god, my perception of time is fucked. Because I thought that was a 2017 movie.
Rango? Ringo? Is it Rango? I don't remember. It was the guy in the desert, the cowboy lizard, who was Johnny Depp or something. I wanted to see that a lot, but I don't think it was my favorite. I don't think I had a favorite movie as a kid.
Like
I did, but they're really obscure, or maybe they're not. Have you ever seen the Play-Doh movies?
I didn't even know there was Play-Doh movies. What?
There was Play-Doh movies that they made a long time ago. I don't know when they made them, but I don't even know how we got a hold of them. I think it was my grandma was super into collecting VHS tapes like a while back. Maybe she gave them to us because she thought we would enjoy them or something. I used to be obsessed with these movies, and I'd watch them like over and over and over again as a kid because I liked Play-Doh a lot. And there was this character, there was a yellow guy whose name was Excuse Me, and he was the guy that you push down on the Play-Doh with the little feet, and the hair came out of his head. Anyway, I think I still have those VHSs. I think
you need to find them. I didn't even know they had a Play-Doh movie.
Yeah, they were like fever dreamy.
When I was like a little kid, like 5 or 6, my favorite movie was Elmo Goes to Grouchland.
That explains a lot.
I don't know why, but it was specifically that movie that my mom would
What the fuck is Grouchland?
Remember the Grouch guy in the dumpster?
I never watched Sesame Street.
Really?
No.
Oh. There's just like there's like this dumpster goblin character dude who just lives in a fucking trash can. And
the green guy.
Yeah, the green guy.
Green Cookie Monster.
That's where his land comes from. That's where his people come from. They all live in dumpsters
in Grouchland.
Yeah, they're all grouchy ass motherfuckers. Elmo's trying to find
the land of your people.
Elmo's trying to find his blanket. And
Elmo has a blanket.
That's the entire story.
I used to have a Tickle Me Elmo that I beat the shit out of as a kid. I actually fucking beat the shit out of that Elmo. I remember the little eyeballs were made of plastic and they cracked and they fell off his face.
I don't know why, but you know what that reminds me of?
What?
Do you watch a lot of Jabba Tunes animations of Oni Plays?
No.
It's an animator who animates out of Oni Plays stuff. There was a scene where they were talking about Rugrats, and it just remember that clown thing from Rugrats that Chucky hated? Just him standing over that like wires ripped out of it, standing over it. I'm just imagining you, just the head ripped off of that Elmo. You holding the wires and screaming.
Where's the Rugrats episode where Angelica beats the shit out of Cynthia? Dark Cynthia. Nega Cynthia.
I don't know. Rugrats is kind of a trip, especially the all grown up thing.
I hated All Grown Up.
It was so weird.
It was not. It's such a strange. I mean, it made the most sense as like a compare. I love how we're both scratching our balls in sync. By the way.
Hey man, great minds think alike.
I don't think I could watch like half the shows I watched as a kid nowadays, except for like SpongeBob and like regular show.
I could watch SpongeBob. I could watch a regular show. I could watch Adventure Time.
I could watch Adventure Time maybe.
What else? I could watch Drake and Josh, even with all the stuff that happened.
I never thought that would be
So simple, but
I
I found a way. Found a way.
I never thought
I
I'd
would
be
get to
behind a pair of
Mexico.
bars.
I never thought I'd live in Mexico.
Is he still? He doesn't live in Mexico anymore,
He
right?
changed his name to Drake Campbell, and he's a Spanish songwriter now.
He doesn't live in Mexico though, right?
I
He got
don't
extradited
know.
or something,
I
right?
think he did because of the stuff that happened. I mean, and what else? I like Zoe 101.
I did as a
I-
kid.
I
I would
un-
never be able to watch
I
that today.
unironically liked Zoe 101.
I don't think I would literally ever be able to watch that today.
I liked the Powerpuff Girls when I was a kid.
Yeah, everybody liked the Powerpuff Girls.
Bob Foster's Home for
Dun,
Imaginary
dun, dun,
Friends.
dun, dun, dun.
Fucking Foster's Home for
Fucking.
Imaginary.
What are you, Boston for a second? Fucking Foster's Home
Fucking Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
with Eduardo.
Of Eduardo and fucking
Will.
Will. I like how that's the two.
What a weird ass show. That was a good show though.
What else? What other fucking like shows like that were? Teen Titans.
Ed and Eddie. Ed and Eddie. Sorry.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie, and then Teen Titans.
I remember the last episode, the last movie of Ed and Eddie, with the sextant joke.
I know exactly.
I was
what you're
old enough at
talking
that point
about.
to understand. I was like, were these jokes always in the show? And then I wanted to go back and rewatch a bunch of it, but I can't find anywhere to watch it. So
I remember, fucking. What other shows? I unironically like the Ben 10 stuff. All right, I thought
I liked Ben 10 when I was a kid. I could never watch it now.
especially it's such a fucking interesting concept for a character.
Hey David, who would win in a fight? Ben 10 or Goku?
I mean, like, well, what else? There's Static Shock. That was a good one too.
Static Shock aired. I remember seeing like 3 episodes. What was that one, Hunt for the Shengon Wu? They used to play it in CC's Pizza. What the fuck was it?
I don't know.
Shaolin Monks,
Shaolin Showdown.
I think. It was Shaolin Monks. With the guy with the bald head.
Yeah,
That was
it's
like the Avatar. Not
Shaolin,
Aang.
it's Shaolin Showdown.
Not Avatar. It
That's what it's called.
wasn't Shaolin Showdown. It was Shaolin Monks.
The show is called. Are you talking about one with the cowboy guy too?
No, I don't remember a cowboy guy. Do you remember Raimundo? His name was Raimundo,
Yeah.
and he like was good and then turned evil.
Yeah, that was Shaolin Showdown.
No, it wasn't. It was okay. We're bringing out the keyboard here.
All right, look up Shaolin Showdown.
I don't know how to spell Shaolin.
X. No, it's an X, not a fucking S.
It'll come up. Shaolin monks. Shaolin monks are real. Okay, I'm gonna assume you're right. Type it in. David's googling it.
Dang it, you know that.
Shaolin monkey.
Oh no. You're fucking keyboard, man. I like
It's not
it.
my keyboard. It's your typing.
Look.
You just shat all over me for my typing. You just typed in Shaolin
Shaolin Showdown.
Oh shit! Some of these characters take me back. Yeah, it was this. It was this. What a weird fucking show.
Remember fucking El Tigre?
LT. Oh yeah, we don't talk about LT Gray.
Oh, that was a good one.
No, some shit happened at the end of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What happened?
the main character commits suicide.
I like how you can't even say it with a straight face. I was like, fucking.
Shaolin Showdown is the one with the butterhead kid and the cowboy guy. Okay, yeah, I mistook it. I just saw the character.
It was basically just like Cartoon Network's fucking trying to emulate Avatar.
Was it? No, it
It
wasn't.
fucking seemed like it
No,
was.
it fucking was
They
not.
had the elements too, man.
Did they?
Like,
I don't remember enough
fucking-
about the show.
What wasn't the fucking cowboy guy like a lightning dude?
I don't know. I don't remember enough about. I really don't. I don't even remember a cowboy guy. 4 Kids or something originally. Oh, what, you remember fucking Kirby? Kirby right back at you.
Yes.
And Sonic X. How cool was it that 2 video game like related shows premiered on the same like network? She was awesome.
Did you lose your Sonic X shirt?
My Sonic X shirt?
Yeah.
I grew out of that shit and probably
Yeah.
threw it away, yeah.
All right.
There was a Sonic X shirt that David claims is the way we officially started hanging out and being friends.
No, that's when we first interacted, I believe.
What grade was that? Like
that
first grade?
That was fourth grade.
Fourth grade?
Fourth grade, Miss.
Yeah, but I
Holbrook's
remember
class.
seeing you in first grade. And my friend, who I will not name, our mutual friend at the time, described you as a absolute fucking insane person.
Really?
Yes, he was like, yeah, this guy's kind of fucking crazy. It was really funny.
God damn.
Yeah, I remember all the way back in first grade is back when I first remember like hearing of David, and then in fourth grade, I guess we were in what was it, PE?
It was also
I wore
Miss Holbrook's
I
school.
wore a Sonic. Why would you?
Because it's the name of a teacher, right? No one's gonna fucking find out that teacher, right? I
Okay.
don't even know her first name.
Okay, man, getting mad at me for saying his last name by accident, just name dropping everybody. He knows you.
It's like a last name.
Okay, well, anyway, yeah, we were in PE and I was wearing a Sonic X shirt, and Dave was like, "Bro, you like Sonic X?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." And we were like, "Let's talk." We were like, okay.
And then there was fifth grade.
Fifth grade? What, we were in the same class?
Remember we said Battleship.
Oh yeah, and
We
checkers and
used to
shit.
Uno.
Battleship. I used to whoop your ass at checkers.
Yeah, you did. I used to whip your butt in Battleship though.
I was never good at Battleship.
You got mad at me.
I didn't get mad at you.
You got mad.
Did
at
I?
me. Yes.
I don't remember that.
Uh,
I remember I watched people in my fourth grade play fucking chess. I'm like, how the fuck do you have the brain capacity to play chess in fourth grade? I don't know how to play fucking chess now.
Dude, there was in Russia particularly, there was like this I think it's this 6-year-old.
Who's like a god at chess?
He was a really fucking good at chess, and he went up with the national champion of chess.
Did he win?
No, he did not. But it's a thing that's a meme to hell, because like there's like
Why? Because it's literally an anime arc.
People take the clip of him and he started crying, and they put it when this guy's
He
interview.
cried?
The little kid.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it was all wrapped up. The guy
That's
was
fucked
the
up.
guy was actually nice. He was crying because of the stress of the situation, because he was going up against.
I'd be like, fuck you. Let's go. I'd be popping off against this 6-year-old. Dark Souls boss music played.
beat him and just slam the chessboard down, and you're like, yeah, I did this for the country.
I feel like once you get older and you saw that type of reaction, I feel like I would be like, I'm glad that guy popped off, because it made me like,
It's funny.
no, it would be like, wow, is that much of a challenge as like a 6-year-old that guy like popped off against me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But of course, as a kid, you're gonna be like, fuck you. All right.
But I mean, like, well, I mean,
Whoa.
Did you play chess?
No, I've never played. I literally just said I don't know how to play chess.
Oh, well, all right.
I've never learned.
Well, you're a fucking nerd for that then.
I'm a nerd for not knowing how to play
But
chess.
yeah, then after
Just
the
never
whole
interested me.
middle school stuff, me and Zach really started hanging out in like
You know what I remember?
7th grade of middle school.
I remember one day, I think it was like Easter or something.
Oh.
I randomly saw you come. You were like hanging out, or you were at the place where you currently live, which is
Yeah.
like right next to my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, isn't that fucking like David from school? Because we didn't know each other that well back then. And then you just come over to my house. You're like, hey man, you remember me from school? And I was like, oh no. At the time I was like, oh no, this is the crazy guy from school. He doesn't like pay his taxes or some shit, or he's like on some crazy
How you
shit.
doing, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing, man?
You want to like hang out?
I was like, oh no. That's when the Dark Souls music really
Can I
started
sit
playing.
next to you at school at lunch?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, sure, I guess. And then
This motherfucker used to take it. He used to eat bananas every single fucking day. I don't know
This-
why.
this is
He always
elementary
brought a
school.
banana. What?
this is elementary school.
Whatever. Same. Whatever. He used to eat a banana every day for lunch, and after he was done with the peel, he would stick it down my shirt, and he would laugh. Like how the fuck? Why is that funny? You're making me uncomfortable.
Here's a reaction seeing the slime. Like, oh man, that
He used to think it was the funniest shit in the world.
uh,
Chaotic.
and then
Chaotic evil. This motherfucker was when he was
fucking
young.
chaotic neutral. Now,
No, you were.
man.
Yeah, you can't.
I just fucking do as I wish. Fucking middle school though. Oh my god, that was
Did you just
times.
fart? Just naturally just fart and laugh your ass off like farting
Yeah.
mid class. And the teacher would be like, David, that's not appropriate for class.
Yeah. Everyone
To be
would,
fair, a lot of kids did
everyone
that.
would laugh, but I find it very awkward because because people were already fucking ragging on me to begin with.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna embrace this shit and make it humor for me." So
respect
I
that.
would just, I just absolutely bomb, and to get to the point to where one of the teachers like, "David, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop this. You have. This has to end.
You're going too far."
Ugh.
And like I would let it. It'd be fun. But the best part is that it'd be silent.
Oh no.
No one would.
That's
know
not the
until
best
it's
part.
too
No one gets to
late.
laugh at that. They just get the after effect.
Which was funny for me. I remember when we used to sit at lunch. I fucking used to do it to you, and I used to wind tunnel it up to you.
What an
underneath the
I didn't even
table.
know you did this.
Yeah, you did it because you used to
You used
catch
to
me on
wind
it.
tunnel your farts up to me? I don't remember this. I don't
Yeah.
remember this.
Because you were like, because you were always like, because you always knew, because you're like, God damn it, David.
I don't remember this at all.
Well, you didn't say GD.
You know what the funniest part of our friendship was?
Wasn't it at lunch when like you made me laugh that one day at the lunch table?
No, you.
When I had Pepsi in my mouth, and I just started up chucking it like a
No, I mean the
volcano?
funniest part to look back on.
What?
You used to tell me about these crazy ass stories that you like would write or make up yourself
Yeah.
with like shadows and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You would get super in depth with it.
And you're like,
Later
yeah,
on,
man.
yeah, I would be like, yeah, man, totally, man, that's cool. Later on, I told you when we were older, I was like, I have no
I-
idea what the fuck you were saying because I couldn't hear a thing you were saying over the lunch, like chatter.
Which
You talked so
I
quietly.
just found that funny. Yeah, I wasn't loud back then.
You're still not that loud. You still speak kind of quietly, I would say, most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta shout, man. You just gotta shout.
You know you make me
You
want
want
to
to shout? Don't worry.
Oh God.
God damn it.
Oh God. I remember when fucking like when you first started coming over the apartment, and like when you're like, yeah man, I brought Uno.
Those
And
are those are the real grungy gamer days.
Yeah. Remember when I used to have you sit at my desk while I fucking set up my laptop on top of my dresser.
Yeah. Oh boy. And you had your TV directly in front and behind, or like on the bottom of your
I was
bed,
on the floor.
like on the floor of your
They
bed,
didn't
directly in front of it. You had to you couldn't see it on the bed. You'd have to literally like lean your head down from the end of the bed
You would
just
have,
to watch.
You'd have to get on the ground. Remember you got on the ground?
Yeah, that's the TV we played Melee on when
Yeah.
we like first played Melee together.
I remember
And this
you-
motherfucker was like, "Yeah, I love Super Smash Brothers Melee." And I was like, "It's Melee." He was like, "No, it's Melee. Knuckles is a girl. Knuckles the Echidna is a female." This is the shit you used to tell me at lunch.
Ah, yes. Samus is a man.
Samus is a guy.
He's
a football player.
Yeah.
They put the space football player in the game. He shoots balls.
It's bad because little me thought some really funny and fucked up shit. Little me thought Samus is was a black basketball player.
Oh. Why
Because-
black?
You want to know why? I'll tell you the rationale
Oh,
when I
no.
was younger. The orange look like basketballs, and little me with my family at the time thought that.
What, that most basketball players are black?
Yes,
Oh.
I grew out of it though. Space Jam didn't help it when I was a kid.
Oh no.
All right, like I'm glad I grew out of that, but oh my god, just looking back and thinking on
Is
it,
that what
shit
awoken
was
your
funny.
furryism, Space Jam?
No.
What was it?
I actually don't. I think it just came about with the internet.
With the internet? Oh.
Yeah, I really didn't really pay attention to that kind of shit when I was a kid. I was like, oh, it's Bugs Bunny. It's a cartoon character. He's a cartoon character.
Bugs Bunny. He's got
What-
those
what-
really big feet.
Why are they overemphasizing this one scene with this female rabbit?
I don't remember any of that from Space Jam. I watched it as a kid, but I don't remember none of that Lola Bunny stuff stuck with me like at all.
It didn't stick.
I didn't catch on to
It
it.
didn't stick
I was
with
way
me.
too young.
It didn't stick with me. I just thought it was weird. They were like putting too much emphasis on that one scene. Like, okay, this joke is going on too long. Fuck. What else? Code Lyoko.
Oh, as a kid.
As a kid, that
TV
was
shows.
that was another really fucking good. You know, it's a French anime.
What, Code Lyoko?
Yeah,
Code
it was-
Lyoko's an anime?
It was made in France.
Not a true anime.
Not Japan. Japan. The anime refers to Eastern animation.
I don't remember shit from Code Lyoko, other than they had like really spiky hair and they went into like the techno world or some shit. It was claymation Tron.
You
That's
know-
what I remember.
you
It
know-
wasn't
you know
even
one-
claymation.
One thing from Avatar specifically
What?
that stuck with me was the end. It was the end thing, the endings thing.
You know, I rewatched the entirety of Avatar. I remember it was shit. It probably was shit. Like looking back on it, I haven't rewatched it, so maybe. I rewatched the entirety of Avatar, and I got to the last 2 episodes, and I just didn't watch them. Am I weird for that?
No,
Why didn't I watch them? Because I don't even remember how it ends. The only ending part I remember is the scene with the comet, and then Azula being like chained down and going like fucking crazy or some shit.
yeah, that Avatar is fucking great. I wonder how hard they would have went with it if it aired on something other than like Cartoon Network itself.
Was it meant to be like an adult show? I don't even know.
They had a lot of adult underlying themes that I feel like they wish they could have put more work on.
Well, you feel like that, but maybe they wanted to spread it to a child audience for some fucking reason. I don't know.
Ah, yes. Let's bring actual concentration camps to our children.
Yeah, well, you know,
Actual genocide.
you gotta learn about it somehow. You know,
You gotta learn about genocide somehow.
it's gotta find your way in life somehow.
Mungiato. Haha, Avatar State, go burr. Who's your favorite character from Avatar?
I have a few.
Who's your absolute all-time Game of the Year favorite?
Gotti favorite?
Gotti favorite.
I like Sokka a lot. I like Toph a lot. I like what's Sokka's girlfriend name? Tiki?
Suki.
She's cool. Katara's kind of bitchy, but she's kind of cool. I like her. She's should I have said that?
No, Katara was kind of bitchy a little.
She just got mad at for no reason a lot of the time. I felt like it just to serve for plot points. But she was cool overall. She kind of mellowed out in the end.
My ranking is Zuko, Sokka, Toph, Aang.
You are a
fucking-
Zuko. You like Zuko a lot.
Yeah.
I like Zuko. Zuko's cool.
I mean, I'll also put Iroh.
You know what the
there with
worst
Zuko.
episodes in Avatar are? You know the ending 3 before the last 2 episodes where everybody has to have their like day with Zuko?
Yeah.
It felt so meaningless to me, like so pointless.
I like the Aang one with the dragons. I felt like that expanded upon the
Yeah, that was
the-
cool.
That expanded upon the culture. Okay, so you know what? I like the Katara one too.
Avatar talk. I don't. I thought that was the worst one.
I mean, it was kind of cool to
I think-
see.
I think it was
Yeah.
nice that they resolved their issues that they had with each other, but it felt so forced, like so unbelievably forced.
Toph didn't even get a day.
Did she?
No.
I guess not.
There wasn't even an episode of that. That was a whole meme that Toph is still waiting for her day with Zuko.
Oh yeah, they even said it at the end. Yeah, or one of the ending episodes. I remember now.
Oh yeah, I remember Sokka going to go bust his dad out of jail.
That was a
cool
good
one.
episode too.
That was a very cool one.
Yeah, I just don't
So-
feel like I don't
so
feel
the
like they
Katara one.
naturally.
So you just don't like Katara.
I like Katara. That's not a fair assumption. Okay, I just don't like the way they handled that episode. Okay.
You don't like the way they handle the character.
No, I like Katara. She's cool. She bends water. What's not cool about that?
Yeah, Aang
Wish I could bend water.
Aang can bend water. I mean,
Look,
I forgot your cat was in here.
I just don't like the episode in general because of how forced it feels. Or maybe it's because that's when I realized. I don't like the fact that they felt like they needed to bring Zuko along on all of these episodes. Katara arguably was the one that probably required him the most. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, just something about that episode I don't
I
like.
don't know. Zuko kind of Sokka kind of needed Zuko with that. Like get his father out of jail.
Yeah, but that was the first one they had, right?
yeah, I think yeah.
This is the first episode in the sequence of like this is Zuko family arc. So it felt more natural.
I thought the episode where Aang was having that sleeping issue was just completely unnecessary and filler.
Sleeping
Like-
issue?
Like, nice try, Fire Lord, but you're not the one wearing pants.
But you're not. Wait, what?
There's a whole big like not wearing pants thing. Then Momo and Appa start speaking English and have like this weird little fucking.
That
battle.
episode was totally necessary, David. It was to show Aang's stress before facing the Fire Lord.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done it in a much more realistic way than I gotta stay awake. I can't sleep.
I don't know. There are flaws with the series for sure. I just really don't like the guitar episode.
You know, if they did, if it was on like if they were to remake it, right?
They're not gonna
With
remake it.
a more like
If they were to remake it, I want M. Night Shyamalan to direct a live action movie.
oh god, of like a more stronger tone. I'd want the episodes after where Aang finds out his people are genocide, and he goes to the temple, right? I'd want him to kind of have like a little bit of like kind of like Nightmares of Mongatsu, seeing his body like that.
Mongyatsu, not
Yeah.
Mongatsu.
Whatever.
Montgotcha.
I'd also like I don't know. I Avatar is extremely well done in terms of like world building.
Yeah, I think
It's a very well done world, which is why I feel like
well, that's the best part of it.
imagine if a fucking Avatar get like early Game of Thrones treatment. Like where it's like live action, a lot of like attention. You get like each episode, you get to see the different viewpoints of like the main characters.
It's such a beloved series. Does Nick still own it?
I don't know if they do because they're still trying to work on the Netflix adaptation.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Netflix adaptation.
Is it going to be animated?
I don't know. I think
Oh, no.
I know the original writers
Oh,
and
no.
producers of Avatar are working on it.
Cowboy Bebop 2?
So I mean, if it is live action, at least the people who know what they're doing with Avatar will know what to do with it.
Nah, bro. Give it to the people that did the Death Note live action. I think they'll know what to do.
No, please. I don't want another Ung.
Ung. Ung.
My name is Ung. I am the Avatar.
Whoops. The Avatar.
Fucking oh god, that whole
Movie was shit.
yeah.
I saw it with my dad as a kid, and I think we walked out of the theater.
Here's the thing: if the live action Avatar did not exist,
Yeah.
it would still be shit.
What do you mean?
If a live action Avatar was the only version of Avatar there was, even
Yeah,
the way,
okay, yeah, no,
even the
yeah, you're
way
right.
it was written and directed, it would still be shit.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Because how they handle firebending is one big thing. Every other element they didn't need a source for, but firebending, like, oh,
Just stop.
you needed a lantern. Zuko, imagine Zuko is the
If you-
anime. If Zuko needed to carry on a fucking lantern.
If you want to make a live action thing and you want to do something different, that's fine. But I don't know. Just don't make it shit. Just make it good. I don't know. It's
So-
easy to say
so
that. But
I
it's
have
like,
a
holy
question.
fuck.
If waterbenders can bloodbend, do you think earthbenders can bone bend?
Now we're getting into the nerdy shit.
Oh, like bone bending sounds terrifying. Imagine just crushing someone's bones or making it
Shit bending?
explode.
I'm sorry.
I think that'd be in the territory of waterbending.
There's earth and shit, right?
No,
Earth, wind, fire, and shit.
No, because remember they went in the sewer that one time and Guitar had to waterbend the sludge.
I think you would get the most use out of anybody from shit bending.
I would not.
Are you sure?
If I had to pick any kind of bending, you know what it would be?
You'd want something cool, obviously. You'd be like, I want a lightning bend.
Nah.
I want a fire bend.
Nah.
What?
I'd want something. I would want something similar to being able to bend people's emotions.
What the fuck? That's not the this. That's not bending.
I mean, bending.
It's just mind control.
Bending chemicals in people's bodies.
It's just mind control.
I mean, blood control is just it's bending a chemical in someone's body.
I've seen that entire. Yeah, David, you want to explain yourself here?
Look, while I watch anime.
Yeah, you gonna expand on that?
I don't watch hentai.
Okay. Yes, you do.
I don't count fucking.
Okay, we're gonna
pictures as
settle this
hentai.
right here, right now. Pictures, non-animated pictures that are of like animated characters from anime, or is hentai.
Is hentai exclusive to animation?
I don't watch the animations either. They're usually really badly animated.
Is hentai exclusive to animation? That is my question.
No, it's not. In my opinion, no.
Well, I already know your opinion. I'm asking the audience, the three viewers.
Pictures 2 and gifs, hands down. Boom, I win.
All right.
Majority vote by 2.
Oh, that's not all of our audience. Was the rest of the audience want to chime in?
No, hentai is the pictures.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Yes, it. How
It's
is it
not.
not? What is it? What are the pictures classified as then?
This porn.
No.
Hentai has to be animated. That's the
No.
whole point of hentai.
No, it does not. It does not. Hentai is like animated characters. Pictures are included, IMO. I think that settles it. I think that settles it. I mean, I'm just saying.
You know what?
And David.
You know what? I will take the unpopular opinion here. Y'all are wrong. I am right.
You just for some reason don't want to be under the stigma of you watch hentai. You consume hentai.
Yeah, but you're throwing yourself under the bus of that.
I don't give a fuck. I love hentai. Hentai's awesome. The pictures.
Right. You have to specify that.
I don't really watch the videos. They're not really well animated.
And you know what good animation is like, Mr. Animator?
As an animator myself, I can tell now.
Not even an animator.
All right,
Are you gonna eat this protein pack that's been sitting there for a while?
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually, it's like the ramen bowl.
One day.
You want to talk about the ramen bowl?
I've already talked about the ramen bowl. Probably on stream. Probably not on the podcast. The ramen bowl is gone, so you can't josh on me anymore for it.
I could josh on you for the rest of the stuff in your fridge.
I cleaned out most of my fridge. The only thing that's in there is like empty soda cans. Okay, full soda cans, but some
that's the inside. That's half of your fridge.
No. Okay, don't look at my fridge now because there actually is. It is kind of messy.
Oh my god.
I clean it out like once every month.
Well, no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Those cans have been in there since fucking December of last year.
Stop touching your balls.
I have to scratch my nuts, okay? Don't look at my nuts.
All right, are we ready to wrap this up? We're going for almost 3 hours now.
If you're ready to wrap it up, I am. Unless you have more stuff you want to talk about. Because I can keep talking.
Oh, I know you can.
I like talking.
I love talking too.
I like talking.
I say we wrap it up here and then we move on to some games, video games. We can continue some of our conversations while we play some whatever we play.
Let's play.
We'll discuss
two air rides and
we'll
some ultimate.
I have some stuff I would like to play. We'll get into that off stream.
All right.
But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We will be back in like 30 minutes as usual.
We'll be back in 30 minutes.
And we're gonna play some games. We're gonna end this stream so the VOD is separate, so it's easier for me to like get, cause you know.
Yep.
And then yeah, I appreciate it for watching. It's been a longer one, but it's been fun. I think we had some good conversations.
Good conversations.
David likes hentai. He won't admit it.
I do not. I mean, I like hentai, but I don't think pictures are hentai.
No, pictures are hentai. 100%.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm correct.
You're wrong.
We'll see you guys in a bit. Goodbye.